dummy.
In particular.
Messy shit.
Yeah, just anything.
You ain't messy boots.
Nah, I be chilling, man.
King messy.
I like to have fun with it though.
Matt Barnes.
Kwame Brown want to beat
And
up
Steven,
everybody.
yeah.
That nigga want to beat up everybody.
That nigga went at everybody.
Women. Who?
But
Everybody.
everybody.
What the fuck that nigga just said?
Dummy.
Shit, to hit that bottle, my boy.
Shut up. Ricky and Bobby.
Nigga put an L in everybody.
Man.
What?
Hey guys.
What's up, man? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm back.
I ain't talking to you though.
Nigga.
My boy back.
I showed y'all how to go away and come back, nigga.
You been gone for a long ass time though.
I showed y'all how to go away and come back.
That nigga said
It was time
He was
to
coming
come back,
back
bro.
Thursday. That nigga came back 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, it was
Who?
time.
I never said I would come back Thursday. Where you got
I
that from?
thought that's what you said.
The graduation wasn't even until Thursday.
No.
Who graduated?
My niece and nephew. I'll talk about that in my How Was My Week section.
Yes.
Twins?
Yes.
No.
Okay, don't worry. Okay.
You already know how it go.
Close. you know.
Whose fault is it? The boy or the girl?
You know, it
It's
probably.
boys? A girl?
No, you know how
Oh,
it's
you
probably you ain't wait the proper probably length of time before you
6
go back
weeks,
and
you ain't wait
crush.
them 6
Yeah,
weeks,
you went right back in that thing. So.
Shit, my mama. For real.
You and your sister that close?
How many months?
Same grade close?
Yeah. Nah, I'm 12. She 12. I'm 11.
This nigga.
But it's still close.
I think it say 12, 11. Bitch, you ain't in school no more.
It's a month. When she was in the
Yeah, she 12, I'm 11. Nigga been out of high school 22 years.
got a terrible flashback because I'm taking the high school, motherfucker. 12, 11, like graduated.
She 12.
We
I'm
talk
11.
about graduations, though.
I feel you.
A lot of shit don't be that close, though. So it's really like you really the same age when you do that shit. You do everything
Damn.
together.
I got the wrong note pulled up. I'm like, not your man Randy Savage. Fuck it this.
I damn sure. Well, I watched half of it, but
With Nacho?
yeah.
Oh, you talking about with the wrestling shit?
The wrestling shit, yeah.
I forgot all about. Like I saw one commercial for it, and then I forgot.
Hey, we stopped talking about it. I don't know why we started a podcast like this, but we just stopped food that built America. Shit that started getting bad.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once the tops got gone, I guess the rest was.
Yeah, they were doing like cheese
Soup
and shit,
and-
soup.
yeah.
Like, yeah, nobody give a fuck. Nigga don't even want to eat soup. You think I give a fuck to watch a documentary about soup?
Y'all have a favorite soup? Like some clean
No soup,
chowder
nigga.
type
That's
shit?
my favorite
Yeah,
kind.
chicken
Gumbo.
noodle.
That cheddar broccoli should be
Chicken
good.
noodle.
Probably chicken noodle. If I got to choose, probably from Chick-fil-A.
Cause that's all you can get.
Chicken noodle from Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. You ain't never had that?
I've never had it either.
It's seasonal.
I ain't know they had that shit.
It's seasonal.
Right.
It's the best.
Yeah, it's extra good now. It is seasonal. How the fuck we start our podcast off?
I don't really
fuck
know.
y'all
I
got
was
going
just
on.
Can't
thinking
get right
that,
for it.
but I was just gonna keep going.
Nigga talking about
I ain't want to be
noodles.
the
Man, hey, come on, let's get out of here. Here we go. You tuning in to the Dummies Podcast. I'm Stock.
I'm Joe.
I'm tired.
Who this nigga?
And we back like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. It's episode 133. Yes, 133 episodes, man. It's Sunday, May the 23rd, man, coming live and direct. Feeling good, feeling great, man. As always, I'm going to still say shouts out to the people on the front lines, but numbers are still coming down. I'm curious to see what numbers do. A lot of people are getting shots, things like that. I'm curious to see what happens now that we seeing Tardy Gras, Mobile. You know what I'm saying? You seeing people at these playoff games and stuff. So I'm curious to see how the numbers go, man.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna still keep, saluting the people on the front line who've been working, a year and a half now, man, making sure that people are getting taken care of. So, where we at with the hoop?
Week been good. Nice, normal, busy, fun weekend. Please get your shots, man, because outside looks fucking fun. Outside looks amazing. Like yesterday was a pretty ass day, fool, and it's just like they had pop-up shops. A pop-up shop at what's the place across from Regions, the brewery.
Good people.
Over there. They had a pop-up shop out there. Also a live band out there, too. That shit pretty dope.
Is
Yeah,
that
they
what
been
you
doing that
was
shit
yesterday?
every weekend, huh?
I didn't know that.
They usually have something out there often.
But it was pretty cool, man. So get your shots, man, because outside looks fun. And ain't nobody wearing masks except for who they got. So,
How I did that man like that? Well, man was excited about the newness. Them niggas, they always do that.
Oh, I don't care shit.
I wasn't saying
Outside-
that.
Nigga said outside back open. Oh no, that's been going on.
That shit looked
Dummy.
fun. That shit was fun.
Damn, who?
But who they had just started going outside before the pandemic started?
That is
Well,
true.
during the pandemic, kind of. Like right
Well, I'm saying even a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, that nigga
That
came
nigga
outside
like,
when
you ever
everybody
been
was
to
inside.
Avondale?
So let me enjoy my shit, goddammit.
Yeah.
Crawfish and shit. It's time for some crawfish too, man. It's time for
We gotta hurry up. We only got about another month.
What this is?
Crawfish season shorter than motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
But it probably lasts longer.
Hopefully we'll catch him
this
before
time.
Father's Day or some shit, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But week was cool. How was your week, Todd?
Shit, man. Standard week.
Bought some shoes.
No, I ain't buying no shit.
Yes,
You got some shoes.
You posted it on the internet, nigga.
It just arrived. I brought them last week. They just got to the house. That's it. But work.
Receive
This shit-
some shoes then.
Yeah.
And you ain't even tell me the University Blues dropped again.
Or the ones that he got on. They redropped them yesterday.
No, they didn't. Those are the one for the women.
Oh.
So I
See that, bitch?
can't get a 13.
You
though?
answered top. I mean, you replied to stop, but what about my gripe?
Honestly, Joe,
Did Dez just look up crawfish season? Thank you.
I thought he about to. I thought he was about to say honestly, Joe, fuck you.
and he didn't give us the date, goddamn.
Right, he just said crawfish
That nigga
season.
saw a crawfish and stopped. That's enough.
No, that's my bad, Joe. I ain't tell nobody about it. I looked up and seen it, and
Todd not gonna tell you about the shoes. This nigga show you the shit after he got him. And I'm like, damn, I didn't even know they was coming on.
When you do the drawing,
No,
why don't
wait,
you
listen.
put a text
Like,
in?
why you don't just be like, man, y'all fucking with the such and such this week?
So I sent it to him, right? He got a new phone. So when he tried to go and get the
He hit
shit,
you with
his
that, who
shit-
this?
yeah,
No,
yeah,
he sent it to me after they came out. Tell the whole story. Okay,
can't be-
what time do shit drop on sneaker app?
Nah.
9 o'clock. 9:23. He sent me to got him.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, nigga,
They
fuck
gone.
you talking about?
I got him.
Goddamn,
but did I
Dan,
not-
give him one or something.
Did
shit.
I not tell you prior to that though? You said you was gonna get it.
We
I
talked
know
about
this bitch and dig it up.
We talked about it 2 weeks before that. So what we saying
Did I
is
tell you they were coming?
2 weeks
Did
before
you
that.
say you was getting them?
Yes.
Okay,
My
then.
boy went on
So
an
did I
alarm
tell
clock.
him?
He went on an alarm clock though.
He wanted me to tell him at 9.
8:58.
Get your
Stop.
shoes.
Hit the app stock. Hit the app at 8:58.
Now come on, man. Common rule. Common normal rule. Like
2 weeks
if I
is a long time. though.
Right. Like remind me on Thursday or Friday. Hey, bitch, get your shoe.
All right, I got you.
Now you might not.
I got you.
You might not.
Everybody at this table gonna get the test, man. Now the first nigga
That's
that say
fine.
"fuck you," I ain't getting them shoes. Or
Where
fuck
you
them
gonna
shoes.
get that
Where you-
anyway?
I'm gonna slap
That don't
on
mean
that.
not tell. What kind of nigga is you?
You say
on,
stuff too literal sometimes.
You gotta.
So you
accept
want
it.
me to tell you or you don't want me to tell you?
Yeah.
I would like for you to tell me.
But don't get mad if I say fuck you. I ain't getting them shoes. But still tell me. You gotta tell.
Cause that could be like, fuck, this nigga making me spend my money, but you know,
Right.
it'll be that.
You see what I'm saying? And
But-
I got that. Did I not get that?
But niggas still gonna get them too sometimes.
I got you.
And
Don't
just
worry.
tell me.
I got you. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to say no.
Yeah,
I
nigga.
don't want to take away your voice.
I might not want to pay the power bill this month. I want to buy the shoes.
All right. Yeah, I got you.
They got
Don't
payment
worry.
plans for
And
power
y'all should,
bill.
you definitely should get your. You are 13, so you know.
You can probably get them.
people
bitches
be
today.
saying that, but fool, they make 2 of them hoes.
Man, no, they don't, bro. You'll probably get on the app at goddamn
Maybe since
9-14 and expect
But
13.
I'm 0 for 10 the last 10 times.
Maybe since they fixed the box.
At this point, I don't think it's no guarantee get them hoes after
Right.
these niggas, them sneakerhead. They gonna get every size
Yeah,
and
because
everything.
they ain't getting shoes for them. No, it ain't too many niggas wearing 13, but it's a lot of niggas that gonna buy a 13.
right. So they getting that shit for pure resale.
Have you been more lucky since they caught the bot dude who mama worked for?
I have. I ain't gonna lie, I have.
They changed something else other than just him too, though.
Yeah, they did.
Well, now it's a drawing for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's
so
a
it don't
drawing
have to
for
be
15
right
minutes.
at 9 o'clock. It's a drawing for 10 minutes. They supposedly put you in a pool.
But at 9:23, you over with,
DNT.
right?
Yeah.
9-15 you
9-11.
old.
Yeah. Exactly, Todd. So don't send me got him at 9:23.
I
He
got you.
had 10 minutes that he could have said.
He don't want to compete with me. Is that what it is?
Hey, man. I got you some shoes that I ain't even get. So what did that tell you?
I mean, why wouldn't you do that? That's like me.
You gotta
Just
answer
a-
that, Todd. He asked you.
Right.
Why wouldn't I do that?
Yeah, why wouldn't you do that?
Well, you just said I'm trying to compete with you, bro.
That was a joke. But why? but then you said something that was serious that really happened. So why wouldn't you do that?
Cause I always do it. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. I always do it. I always get you straight.
So
Right.
what's the problem?
And I'm
You don't like the
get you
joking part of it.
I guess not.
I don't like that joking.
Yeah,
But
man,
think
don't lie
about
on me,
it.
dog.
My boy
That's what I'm
just
saying. Shit.
my
Don't
boy
lie on
just
me, bro.
said my boy just said he wear 13. That's like, you know, I know a chick at work or somebody who got a size 13. I'm like, man, fuck it, I ain't get him. I ain't telling Joe.
That's what it be.
What the fuck kind of shit is that?
Dang.
Hey, man.
I ain't gonna lie on you. Don't lie on
Looking
me.
a little
'Cause
flaky,
I be
Todd.
looking at, bro. I do be looking at.
You looking a little flaky.
You remind me of somebody else I know. You come through every goddamn 7 times.
That's more than Dez bot.
we ain't seen Dez by it yet. Dez like, I got something to help you, G. We ain't seen that shit yet. we know what them hoes work on.
Damn, bro.
You gonna get him, all right?
Todd, that's your week or what?
Yeah, man, that's it. Joe, what about you, bro?
Man, I had a pretty dope week.
Well, let's go back to the week prior when you missed. What happened? Where you in?
Houston. Had some people to go see in Houston. Shout out my boy Kurt.
Look like you had a good grand time.
Oh yeah, I tested that vaccine out.
Everything still working so far?
Yeah, that boy worked.
I almost banned your ass for this week.
Yeah, who it was?
He did say you was
on the
banned.
fence with
Man,
you.
you can't ban the snow, man.
Get that nigga hooted.
I could
That
ban your
nigga,
ass.
that nigga thought he had the power to ban you,
So I
didn't
could ban your ass.
That nigga thought he had the power to ban you.
But only
ban me?
because I used your Friday. When that was Friday, so I
Right,
came out
right,
of crib
right.
and chill
because
for a second.
that goes into hootie
So I
logic.
chill for a second.
Now,
so I
if
can't
he
ban
wouldn't have came over your house,
Banned.
you would have been banned for sure. That's straight hootie logic.
I'm not gonna lie. If he wouldn't have came over, I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask for real. Like, y'all feel safe with me coming? But then the nigga popped up.
I was a little hesitant.
Exactly, because he wanted to. Because again, hootie logic. It benefits Hootie, so Hootie came over there to hang out.
Well,
and now my man, goddamn, you get to come to the pub. But if that man wouldn't have came over there, say he would have stayed at home and had like a movie night, you would have been done. And that's Hootie
done,
logic.
son. And I'm the only one 6 feet away, kind of too.
Oh yeah, hey, he did say that to me. I said, man, can't get right banned. He said, nah, I mean, you got to sit by him. He said, I'm 6 feet from the nigga.
That nigga finds any logic that works in his favor, boy.
That's not my favor. That's
All
his
that
favor.
logic, and I still took him to a honky tonk bar, and he was at this square dancing.
We had fun. We just chilled and talked, though. We chilled and talked.
Word on the street, you don't be wearing your shot work too though. Cause word on the street, you don't be wearing your mask everywhere anyway.
Outside?
That it be below your nose and shit.
No.
I mean, I'm hearing whispers. The streets talking.
Nah, don't listen to the streets.
All right, the streets talking.
Indoors, I got my mask on. Outdoors, I have my little.
I done
I'm willing
heard.
to take it off outdoors.
I've been hearing rumors and whispers that your shit be below.
Nigga, fuck the whisper. Where it came from? Where? When?
Hey man,
How? Where?
hey, I ain't that kind of
These
nigga.
whispers,
Dog.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What kind of nigga you think I am?
Keep
You know
them
what I'm
to yourself.
saying?
Well, keep them fully
Hey,
to
I'm
yourself.
just telling my homeboy what the streets saying about him. Tighten up.
Street line.
Hey, it's funny you brought up somebody that will remain nameless that come through about 1 every 7 times. I text them before my flight. I'm like, hey, can you drop me off at the airport? I'm supposed to be in this Zoom, I'm supposed to be in this meeting. Let me see if it's Zoom or do I just call in? Last text message I received.
Man, you can just Uber.
I mean, I did.
Yeah, you like
but
5 minutes away.
Yeah, I did, but I was like, fuck it. But nah, went out to Houston for Kurt bachelor party. Shout out D Ross. He met us out there too. Never let D Ross pick a room for you. My room, I could touch the walls with but if I put my hands out, I could touch whole room.
Was it a nice hotel though?
That's all you need.
Fuck no, it looked like somebody died in 1893 there.
How much did you have to pay to go there though?
Nah, it was about $200 for the whole weekend.
That's why, motherfucker.
You should have known that. 200, 5 days.
My boy got me a deal.
Oh, I probably don't even stay here, goddamn.
Yeah, it's on the west side over there. So
But
in the fifth ward.
But the way he made it seem, like, you know what I'm saying, I got the hook up, so I'm thinking it ain't just a $200
Oh,
room.
it's discounted.
Yeah.
I think it's like
But no.
$250.
That nigga got that nigga got that bitch for actual cost.
Yeah,
goddamn.
it was a $200 room.
Nigga stayed at the
Them nigga
Bates
had the
Motel.
surcharge because that was a busy weekend.
Fool, no lie. Like the TV, the words was off. They was off by 15 seconds. I'm watching the
Nigga watch
game.
Chinese TV in
I'm
America.
watching the game. Steph
why you said
Curry
what you
with the
said.
3.
That what you said,
Man, the other team got the ball. Where the fuck am I?
Damn, bro.
My boy watching Chinese TV.
But bad, I had a blast. So how's your week stuck?
Dope week. Brother flew in Monday. That was my first time kicking with him since like July before the pandemic. June, July. Whenever we went to Ireland, I think it was. I don't know, man. My years be getting fucked up. But first time kicking it with him. We went down for my niece and nephew graduation. We went down to Mobile Wednesday. That was my first time seeing my mom's. I didn't saw her from the steps. You know, she was 12 feet distant. You know what I'm saying? But that was my first time hugging her, put my arm around her neck, man. So that was kind of dope.
Yeah.
Did you stay there? You stayed?
Yeah, I stayed at my mom's house. Yeah. We all kind of stayed there because all of us got our shots. You know, we kind of knew that this was coming up for about 2-3 months. My niece and nephew was graduating, so we just planned to do it. Everybody had got their shots. We felt kind of comfortable about it. Still was a little paranoid because, like, you don't know. Right. We young, we might got the shot and we fine, but then, you go around moms, they're a little older. But it was real dope, man, to be around your family. It's been a long time since we was able to, like, any of us have been around each other. You know what I'm saying? Saw my brother, Yuri was there. I ain't seen Yuri in shit 2-3 years. Niggas still asking about me. Y'all don't play Madden no more since
Nah, you
hell nah, nigga. You ruined Madden.
Ruined
nigga.
our game. Like,
Hey, Wayne called. And they said, Wayne, you play Madden? And nigga said, nah, not at all.
nigga done ruined it. Do he still play?
That nigga
And
ruined
do he
that
still
shit.
cheat?
Huh?
Goddamn.
Do he still cheat?
Do he still play and cheat?
I don't know nothing about that. I'm not gonna find out. After that nigga ruined that bitch, I won't never find out. But again, it was just dope. It's something cool about being around family, man. I know sometimes, you know, we be around our friends and everything, and that's cool. It's dope because we like family. But being around your immediate family that you hadn't been around in a long time, it was real dope. And I could tell my mama was excited. Got all her grandkids there. Yeah. All her kids there, and that was the first time that I think that ever happened. Because for one reason or another, somebody missing or some kids missing or something. So we was Jack. Shout out to Jack. Jack took us some pictures. We did some family pictures and shit. It was good, man. It just was a good time, man. I feel great about it, and I could tell my mama had a good time. So I enjoyed the fuck out my week this week.
So is your room still your room at your mama's house?
Hell no.
Okay.
I was getting how I live down there. Matter of fact, I really ain't slept for real. Like, I probably averaged maybe 4 hours of sleep, and that was like
That's not normal, nigga.
I mean, I know.
That's not normal.
Okay, 4 hours of interrupted sleep, like
Gotcha.
30 minutes, wake up, an hour, wake up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never really get no full sleep because, you know what I'm saying, it just was rough around them parts. So yeah, that was my week.
That's what's up, man. Interesting. Them grandparents be loving that shit.
They love that shit.
They've been trying to get the whole family, like my mom and them been trying to get the whole family together for the longest. Like, they just love being around them grandkids. That shit is true. Like, shit, why you treat them like you treat me? Beat their ass like you did me. But
man, them niggas,
that shit so different.
Them niggas had moved a whole table. My mama don't play by moving shit in her house, first of all. These niggas move a whole table to unplug something and plug up chargers. You know these kids got to have chargers connected at all times.
It's all right, baby.
They knocked over some candles. They knocked over a statue and didn't pick it up. And I was like, you know, and then I couldn't figure out where they unplugged it from. So I'm trying to do my due diligence before I leave. Yeah, I'm like, shit. Because we'll get cussed out.
Right.
So, like, I was like, man, where this plug came from? Me and Yuri, she was like, what you mean? I was like, where this was plugged at? I like, Yuri was like, man, the kids knocked this over. Da-da. She was like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I only got slapped a few times.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's just interesting to see how they are as grandparents versus how they was as parents. They don't give a shit at grandparents.
It's crazy. Nigga be promoting. Slap her, mama. Slap her.
Okay. I want to say rest in peace to Paul Mooney, man.
Legend.
A talented comedian. Died, passed. Was famous for, you know, his edgy comedic style, saying what he wanted to say, speaking his truth, or saying how he felt. And he was known for his writing ability, writing for all different type of comedians and different style comedians. Passed away, and I, you know, wanted to make sure we mentioned it and said rest in peace. Our thoughts and prayers go to him and his family.
Rest in peace. He didn't get the fame he should have got every because of how he talked.
His style, yeah.
But yeah, wrote for Richard Pryor and all type of other comedians. But
I think he was early to the cancel culture, so to say. He was early to it because he really just spoke his mind and just was free with the words. And that's been kind of coming up a lot lately in the news too.
Comedians speaking their mind about
Chris Rock. It was Chris Rock. Yeah, Chris Rock was on the Breakfast Club talking about it, and he was like, "That's why comedy ain't funny no more." And you rarely will see some funny comedy nowadays, unless you go on YouTube or something like that. But the ones that come on those Netflix and those HBOs, sometimes not as edgy as they can be.
I always found that contradictory though, man. With him, you know, they would have
Mooney,
the way they did Mooney. Mm-hmm. They would have these roast, and they get to say and do whatever they want to about the person that they're roasting. But this man was doing this in his comedy, and you blackballed him for it. You see what I'm saying? Like, you let these white people do whatever they want to do on that stage.
You just said the reason why.
The white people?
Yeah, and he was black.
Yeah.
That's why they call it blackballed.
I guess, but I just didn't, you know.
He black and bald, too.
Dummy.
You ain't lying.
But yeah,
well,
man.
rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Mooney,
Hey, you being a big comedian here, were you hip to a lot of his specials or anything?
He really never had a big special.
Well, not special, but just his
comedy.
Did you see any of his
a lot of it is on YouTube because it didn't go anywhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I loved it. I love Paul. I always like Paul Mooney.
Yeah.
To me, he wasn't the funniest, but he was edgy like a motherfucker.
But everything wasn't funny.
And that's why I liked it. I think it was for me more than just a comedian because he got up there and he just spoke his mind.
The stuff Dave Chappelle is doing right now,
that's kind of what he was doing
this whole time. Yeah. Right. So, everybody champion Dave Chappelle. He's doing it great. Don't get me wrong. There's no slight on Dave Chappelle.
Because he threw them jokes in there, though.
Yeah, but Paul Mooney just been doing that. And they're like, people would, walk up to his show, like, say, I'm going to Stardome tonight. Mm-hmm. And Paul Mooney being there. People are walking out and shit because they're like, oh, no, because they get offended.
Too edgy.
Because it wasn't edgy. He was just telling the truth to these people that didn't want to hear the truth.
You think you'll be a Paul Mooney comedian?
I'm the Paul Mooney of this podcast. I come in here and say what needs to be said. And people don't
and
like it.
then deny that you ever said it.
Right. Exactly. It ain't me.
Because there was a lot of denial this week on what was said.
You was Kevin Hart this past week. Now you at Paul Mooney?
Right. You don't know what he want to be.
No, I didn't deny that I said it.
Yes, you did.
I denied.
You denied the fuck out of it.
Explain my intentions behind it.
No, you didn't.
No.
Well, no, you didn't.
You did say you didn't say it, though, bro.
You stuck to not saying it, but then you just somehow changed to why you wasn't offending somebody.
Right.
Okay. Nigga crazy. Nigga just admitted he lied.
Right.
Dummy.
The nigga didn't want to live history. We kept saying, bro, you can't change history.
And it's okay, man. Be yourself. I don't care. I don't mind. Fuck it. Be edgy, man.
Yeah, do your thing.
If you get canceled, you get canceled. And it's okay.
It's okay. You got to be famous to be canceled.
I guess so.
This is very true.
Or you not necessarily. See that podcast over there? Make sure them niggas don't never grow, goddamn. Lead them right goddamn there.
You have the best shit that never get heard.
We don't even have to worry about blackballing. We just don't even never start that motherfucking shit over there. I don't know what color that is.
Hey, man, when you create good content, it's going to get found. So I ain't worried.
Unless they sick of you.
Unless you go ball.
Did y'all see Taraji P. Henson? We know this is Mental Health Month. She's launching a program to help black students conquer basically mental health struggles and racism in school. Basically, she's launching a campaign that's supposed to go between May 17th and June 21st. It's a 6-week program that's basically including discussions about mental health, racial discrimination and bias stuff. Supposed to be aimed at kind of helping people deal with their mental issues or things that they're struggling with mental issues along like just regular mental health as well as racism.
That's dope.
Our mission is to provide support and bring awareness to mental health issues that plague the black community. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
The Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation. Shut up, boy.
Appreciate the recap. Hey,
I was just reading. I was reading for myself, goddamn. That's why I don't know. But that's
Let's hit you with
dope,
the highlights real quick.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, though. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all niggas so stupid, bro.
Hey, man, but like this is gonna be needed because I'm seeing where they're saying a lot of teenagers having eating disorders because of the pandemic. You at home, you're not really going outside, you're not active how you would be in school and stuff like that, and it's causing eating disorders.
I think it's a lot of things that we gotta watch and be careful with our kids, just because not only the eating stuff, but the things that we were worried about actually have been magnified because with them not being in school, that means they connected to a laptop more. Right. They was doing at home stuff. Everything they was doing now was through either a computer or a fucking phone.
Right.
And that's what they've done for now a year. And now they, like, I don't know, man. I worry about some of the social skills that these kids may have when it comes to interacting.
That's why I figured you was going because, like, it's kind of like how, not to sound any type of way, but how when kids that was homeschooled, they was a little weird. Not that they was weird, they were just socially awkward. Yeah, because they wasn't used to that type of interaction with other kids. So I wonder what that kind of produced now that everybody at home.
Yeah,
kind of will. And it's crazy that y'all touched on those two because those are the two highest on the list of bad habits during COVID: panic eating and comfort foods, and social media binges.
Yeah,
those are the two bad things. And do you think? Not even just for the kids. I think it's kind of going to affect the adults and us too as well. You know what I'm saying?
I know it affected me. Y'all ain't seen me lately. That pandemic really got a hold of me, man.
So
Hey, man, just being able just to eat a full meal, like whenever you feel like it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? When you was at work, you might have grabbed something here. Well, I don't know. It kind of went both ways.
Yeah, it did.
Because now you ain't got to eat all that bad shit when you, you know what I'm saying?
When Miss Martha want to order that for the
Exactly. Potlucks every other week.
Right.
they coming over there. Chris, you want this cake?
No, I won't. Now I ain't got to worry about eating dog hair no more.
Yes.
Well, nobody else dog hair.
But-
But
In relation to what we were saying with kids, and something I want to ask y'all, do y'all think that kids these days now are losing like the traditional, what's the word? Traditional, what you call that fucking word? Courtesy or things that you would extend elders? Like, and I'm asking that because when I went to Mobile, I was watching like a lot of the younger kids interact with like my older aunts and stuff like that. You don't really see the yes ma'ams and stuff
Oh,
no
yes,
more.
ma'am. No,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Then when we went to the beach, we was getting the stuff out. All the kids was at the beach.
Right.
And it was like, what the fuck kind of shit? Like I pulled up before that, like we had went to the store and came back. All the kids at the beach chilling, and we grabbing all of, like, hold up, man. This shit would have never happened when we was kids.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? And so I was just curious because I saw kids walk in the house and don't necessarily go speak to who you supposed to speak to when you come in there. And it just kind of, I watched somebody, you know, like my great uncle was like, you know, asking them, they was like, well, duh. Hey man, like nigga, it's just weird. It's changing to me. Have y'all noticed that, or do y'all think that that's lost? Or
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
have to blame the parents.
Well, I
Because
don't-
I remember some stuff I just couldn't do. Like I couldn't say lie.
Yep.
You talking about the beach? Yeah, I had to carry that cooler.
yeah,
And I ain't never been strong, but hey, you better figure it out.
I will say, and more than likely, probably is the parents. Because me personally, I don't make my kids say yes, ma'am, and no, sir. Yes,
I think that's a New Orleans thing.
I don't
though.
make them say it. I developed that as I got older, but I know they're being respectful, you know. But I don't necessarily make them say yes sir, no sir, things like
It's kind of weird though, because I don't call my mama. I call her by her first name.
right.
But then
that-
at the same time, I still say it to a complete stranger,
Yes,
elderly
ma'am, no,
lady, man, yes,
Yeah.
yes sir, no ma'am, yes sir. You know what I'm
And-
saying?
I say both. Like I would, like some people like can't call their mama by their first name and all. But I do both. I go in and out, and it's never been a
Yeah,
disrespect thing.
I do my
Yeah,
mom
it
both,
ain't
and I always have. But when she call me, ma'am, you know what I'm saying? Like I always do that. Yes,
It's
ma'am.
never-
I
when
will do
it's
that. Yes,
serious,
ma'am.
and when it's serious, and I know she ain't bullshit, yeah, man.
But like, I will say this, just a little pushback. I do believe that it's a lot on the parents because we let them get away with stuff, and they didn't give a fuck about being your friend or being nice.
Right.
They didn't care about your mental development,
Right.
and if it hurt your feelings.
But did that fuck up our mental development?
Hold on. They just gonna say what the fuck they want to say, and that's gonna be what it is. Whereas we do kind of stop to think, well, how is this gonna hurt little Timmy? And okay, Timmy, please, and we reason with them. So, but at the same time, like I never not tell, like if I hear Jordan be like, yeah, I'm like, what? You know, I stop her, but it don't stop the kids from still turning around and trying to do that shit sometimes.
And with my mom, when she's here, Taylor is good with that yeah and no shit. And you know, Tamika, first kid, she don't really say nothing to her about it. But the whole time my mom's here, Taylor answer yeah, she be like, yes what? And
Yes,
Taylor be
ma'am.
like, yes ma'am, no ma'am. You know what I'm saying?
Is that
So,
dated
it's-
though?
right.
Like is that something they supposed to do? Is it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is that conversation? Is that something that's still needed?
But now, like the same way, like you don't want to be told no, sir. You feel like you too old, so you let it slide, and you know, so it's a.
That is
I
true.
think they got something to play. I don't want to be said no,
Yeah,
sir.
because
I
you're right.
do say that shit sometimes.
A lot of
Somebody
people,
call me sir.
I don't really mind it no more. Like,
Right, I don't mind it
especially like, and I noticed that, like, you know, we had this conversation before. Like now, seeing that we know we old because you talk to a high school kid, yes sir.
Yeah.
What up, Unc?
Like, goddamn.
Right.
Like I ain't gonna check you older, but I was like, damn, it kind of hurt me a little bit. Like, shit,
I've
this
actually said
thing.
it though. Somebody called me yes sir, no sir. I'd be like, you don't have to call me sir. Just say my name.
Right,
It's
and
okay.
see that a lot of people do that, and that might be what's fucking up kids too.
And then kids ain't got to call. You remember you had to call folks by their last name, or you know, ain't nobody call you Mr. Williams.
But then
like,
kids,
man, who
then-
the
but,
Chris?
but maybe yeah, it should be taught that way, and let me be the one to say you don't have to. Call
you don't
me
have
sir.
to.
But
Yeah,
honestly
you know.
though, I used to call the students yes sir and no ma'am.
I do that
Just
too.
to-
I do that
just
too
to
now.
tell them.
Yeah,
Even
just to
younger.
get them used
to it.
And
Like,
that's dope. That's not
that's when I was teaching, but
That's why it's
like I
crazy.
said again, it's just like, you know,
Because it's crazy. Because I do that.
preference,
Like I
yeah.
do that with my employees. I call them yes sir, no sir, yes
Right.
ma'am, no ma'am, just as a respect.
A respect thing,
But
right.
you know, at home I don't make them say it, which I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. It's weird. But is that messing them up Mentally, like you were saying, is that messing them up, or is that a good thing? Did Mama do it right way, or are we doing it the right way?
I think it's more so of a Southern thing to look at it like that.
That definitely is a Southern thing. If you look at it up north, they don't say that
shit
at all.
They know it too, exactly.
They know it though.
They be like, "Oh, where you from?
You from the South, huh?
Yeah, they know it immediately. Goddamn, y'all so.
But they love it. Like the up north, they be like,
"You so
oh my God, that's just so. He's just so good."
Yep.
Like holding doors and stuff that really ain't.
Yes, sir. Rob your ass next week.
Exactly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big K right here. Big stick on his hip. Goddamn.
I just was curious about that because I got one aunt and uncle that's super traditional. They traditional to the point that like they believe, you know how like when certain kids go in their house and they go to give them a hug, you know, when the baby that act funny, I don't get that little funny ass. They don't like funny. They just because that's just you couldn't do that when they was little like that. Like and they had no choice or no options. And just like us growing up, nigga, you ain't had no option to not go hug your aunt.
You better.
This is true. And not to walk in somebody else's house and not speak.
You better speak. Goddamn.
Get your goddamn teeth knocked out. You do that.
Get your ass out my house and come back in and do it the right way.
My grandmama said, did I sleep with you last night?
I'm telling you, boy.
Make your ass walk outside just to come back in and say hello.
Yeah. I was just curious.
But when it comes to your own kids, though, and you trying to, you know, mold them to do that, I feel like, you know, it goes back to that language that everybody speak again. Like if you keep reminding them over and over again, ain't no such thing as corporal punishment at that point. Shit, I done told you not to do this over and over again. Now let's see if you can understand me when I whoop your ass.
As a parent, man, I don't know what the right way is. I don't know what's the right way. I really don't. I don't know if it's whipping their ass.
How can somebody tell you how to raise your kid? Are they gonna come in there and buy shit for your kid? Are they gonna pay your kid school? What? Fuck them people.
Well, it ain't about the people. For me, it ain't about the people.
It's about the development of mental of the kid.
Right. So I don't know if I'm fucking my kid up by whipping their ass or not whipping their ass.
Is you talking to your kid, yielding the tangible benefits of what you want to happen?
Yes, but I've also know some kids who do everything right and then go to the feds.
Well, Todd, the next time you come here late, we jump.
And they was raised right. They did everything right.
Because we done told you enough time. We finna just get the belt.
All right, I'm glad you said that.
Just whoop that nigga ass, goddamn.
Hey,
let's see if that works. Because talking to you don't work. So we gonna see if that works.
That nigga,
we gonna use your method though.
Can't get right. You might be on to something with that one though. He might need an ass whooping. We tired of saying the same shit to you, Todd.
And then the next week that nigga be like, do we get to whoop your ass?
Yeah, if you keep telling, you've never had to tell me don't be late.
Well, that's your method of teaching. So it depends on what his method of
teaching. He might need to just go in time out or something.
Yeah. So
we only your method is if I done told you.
Yeah.
All right.
You gotta wear that. McDonald's is being sued for $10 billion for alleged bias against black-owned media companies. We talked about this gentleman before, but Byron Allen, the media mogul, has decided to file a $10 billion lawsuit against McDonald's Corporation. He filed it just this past Thursday, saying that the food chain is not using enough black-owned media enterprises to help with their advertising and commercials and stuff like that.
Give us our fair share. Shit. If that's what it is and it's what it takes, then get them.
Because I mean, you know, selling all that poison in the hood. So
not only that, man, they been using the culture, man. Them niggas had fucking Travis Scott on a commercial recently, bro.
That's kind of dope though, because I'm pretty sure he got a big bag behind that.
Yeah. And part of the complaint basically said that the Chicago-based McDonald's has refused to advertise with Allen's Entertainment Studio Networks, which owns several black audience target lifestyle channels, as well as the Weather Group channel. We know that.
So is that kind of him being bitter? Because do they use any other black outlets maybe too?
We're going to find out with the discovery of the lawsuit.
Because when I was watching Biggie Tina, it was popular. It was always McDonald's commercials. So, all right.
A lot of... Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, you know what I'm saying? He on the Weather Channel. Maybe they ain't putting commercials on the Weather Channel. But besides
do they even have commercials?
I don't think so. Shit.
Weather don't stop.
Pass me one of them. But Byron Allen, I don't know. I go back and forth.
I was just finna say it was a lot of pushback, you know, saying that this is a joke. It'll be thrown out, that he was greedy, that he just wanted out for money. He just trying to sue everybody. And it's always centered around not the masses, but like to what Huda was just kind of, you know, alluding to, is centered around him.
Charleston White so crazy. He can get a job and sue everybody. Suing everybody.
Oh, you
but I don't know. If there's some truth to it, then cool. But if not, and he's just looking out, and they are doing it with other black companies, other black businesses. I mean, Pusha T did the ba song, right? So I don't know.
You know how much Pusha T probably get paid for that?
He said he's still getting them royalties.
Hey, every time they buy the ba.
No, he did. He sold it actually. He actually sold it.
Buy the ba.
I think he said he sold it.
Oh,
I think he sold it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he got
Dummy.
that, but
but
he sold that one.
Byron Allen, like he love using that race card, but he really ain't for the culture.
A lot of culture get after him too.
Yeah,
Saying
that's what
that.
I'm saying. Like he just used it for his benefit. Oh, I'm mistreated. But all right, but what you do for black people?
And then we're gonna probably see him on the outlet because he'll probably be at Breakfast Club this week. Every time he have a lawsuit, he go to the media outlets to use them.
But with his last one against NBC, he settled. He was suing him for $20 billion. He settled. He won with the Supreme Court. So we'll see how it goes.
And settled.
He settled, but he the one got paid.
He the one getting paid. That's
Because
Right.
apparently,
And then what are you doing with this money?
right.
trying to
Putting it
start
back
that
into his
business, I
pocket.
guess. But hopefully it's going to that network. These big networks.
His network. But what are you doing for the community? Are you hiring more black people? Do you have black
I don't
people?
know.
that
I'm
exist?
gonna look at the Weather Channel. I'm gonna look at the Weather Channel and see
The only
what
thing I
race
say about that is, you know,
Not black.
I'm hoping he do things because we don't know. It's hard. We don't know how many meteorologists he got that's black. How many supervisors in there? How many people in that staff that's black? But I get what you're saying. Like we would love to know that, but I don't want to shit on him to it with something I don't know. You know what I mean? So I just thought
I'm sorry, that was Comcast. I said something wrong. That
Yeah,
was Comcast. He sued because they didn't want to carry his channels.
Yeah, Comcast was. He should have won that. He had a good fight against that one, so he should have won that.
And even with that, and like we said, you said that number. You know, like they said, lawyers start high.
$20 billion get you to $5 billion.
Yeah,
you gonna be
Got
good.
to bring it down. Oh shit, they had 1.6 billion budgeted out and only spent 5 million with black owned companies.
Dang.
That is
crazy.
very
Yeah,
disproportionate.
yeah.
Explain
It is.
yourself,
Ooh,
Mackie
it
B.
is, y'all, but how much black owned media is it?
And do you
BET
need
and
to?
what?
Well, that is a good point. How many it is, but
Do you need to promote to black people McDonald's too?
They do. They have been.
well, even if you don't promote, black people can make commercials for everybody.
This is true.
Oh, I'm saying you can. I'm saying like, do you need to though? Like most time black people gonna go buy McDonald's anyway.
We're not talking about who you're promoting to. I'm black and I can sell. I should be able to promote to anybody.
Right.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I'm a black media company. I know how to make commercials for all people.
Right, for white people too. That's what he's saying.
Hey,
Gotcha,
I don't
gotcha,
even know where that $5 million went because BET not even black owned. I can't name one black owned media.
He not the black.
Yeah, but just because you can't name it don't mean that they exist.
I mean, but just think
It's
about
one.
it.
It's one in Birmingham.
Who?
I don't know. none of them, so I ain't
The
gonna
one.
say.
Well, a friend of ours used to work. That's a black-owned media company. It's here in Birmingham, so I'm pretty sure it's
I
a
don't
few
know. I
of
still
them.
don't know.
It's probably some in Atlanta. It's probably
remember.
some all over. Yeah,
I remember.
It's a black-owned. It's one of the oldest black media
Oldest,
companies in the state of Alabama. It might be in the country.
Yeah, they just gave the
see if I can
former owner of it some kind of big award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I say that to say that, you know, just because we can't think of it doesn't mean it exists.
Yeah.
It's plenty of them. Y'all still Alabama. They lead the country in the percentage of renters behind on rent. They say 1 in every 5 renters in the state of Alabama are extremely behind, close to being evicted or put out. They showing a lot of numbers of things that that happened during the pandemic. All these different programs and schemes and plots to try to keep people in houses. Now that things are opening back up, that's one of the things that people are facing. They're facing the reality of
Getting jobs
weeks
again.
and months
jobs,
of
right.
no job or weeks and months of being able to extend, and now you can't. And a lot of people are calling for it. They think that we may have a lot of foreclosures, a lot of evictions coming up down the pipeline, and Alabama's leading the country in the way with the percentage of renters.
I mean, Alabama lead the country in everything that's bad. Shit.
Damn, bro.
Well, the worst in it, worse in education, worse than getting vaccines. That go hand in hand.
You like compare these two though? Like you don't think this is a little different?
But also, we're a conservative state. You didn't want the bailouts. Them 5Gs or whatever could have helped you with your rent. You didn't want. You fought against extra unemployment. People need to go to work. even though they wasn't being able to pay their rent working at McDonald's. So you didn't want them to get extra money for unemployment. And now you fucked up. So
do they have to go and pay that back rent, or
I'm pretty sure they do. Them rent people want something. Now, if they got money, that'd be fucked up.
I think that's fucked up though.
They gave some more stats to it. It said 55% of these renters that are behind are unemployed.
That's the tough part.
Yeah, so like,
even though the pandemic and the country is opening up, these people aren't getting.
But
no
it's like
jobs
we
back.
said, man. These people aren't trying to work at this point.
I ain't gonna contribute to all of that.
And I don't
know
care
if that's
about
true.
that.
I don't know if that's always true. I just think it's hard.
what's that? I missed them.
He said these
Like,
people not
they're
trying to work.
A lot of people not trying to get
I
jobs.
just
You
think
see a
that-
lot of now hiring signs out. And like I said,
Yeah, at Popeyes. Why would I go work in a hot ass kitchen to make less money?
And
Okay.
I could go work
so
at Popeyes.
you
But,
rather live under the viaduct?
well, no.
No, I didn't say that. But I'm saying, why would I go make less money when I could just get unemployment that's paying me more?
But that's what I'm saying. That unemployment ain't gonna be that no more.
No, yeah, they didn't already,
Well, that's kind of what we talked about last week.
That's what I'm saying.
If you take an approach of, hey, I'm going to get unemployment, which pays more than the job at Popeyes, and now Alabama said, okay, we snatching that. Isn't that kind of proving Alabama's point that if we take this away, then your ass you're going to go to work?
You're going to have to go back to work now. But I understand why they didn't go to work when the shit was good. I understand why they wasn't working.
I think it's still gonna be hard regardless. Because let's say I lost my job and I had to go work at Popeyes, I can't afford to still pay my bills that I have. So I'm still fucked up.
It's
Even
still-
though I'm
yeah,
working
it's
at
a
Popeyes.
catch-22.
I'm working at
I get it.
Popeyes and Walmart and wherever else, and I'm still not being able to pay my bills too.
And it's not just we have a big problem from the fast food chains to the Walmarts, all the way even to corporate jobs.
Yep.
We continue to raise prices on housing, gas, food, cars, clothing,
By more than
go to
1%.
school, activities. It's almost like $1,200-$1,300 for joining a cheer. It's all these different things that we raising the cost on. Get your house fixed, get your car repaired. And yet everybody makes the same wage that they was making 20, 30 years ago for the most part, by and large. So I don't know how we solve or fix that problem, but we have a huge problem. At some point, something's going to have to break.
Right.
Football went from me paying nothing to me having to pay $900 for my daughter to cheer. I had to pay nothing when I was playing football.
And you making the same, or maybe less.
And even now with football, I think them niggas pay like $400, $350, $400. They get these spirit packs. They get stuff
They
with
do
it.
get
but-
stuff though.
Nigga, let's not talk about AAU basketball, travel baseball, and softball. But you know how much money them damn spirit packs be, boy?
Kids are expensive. Boy.
Then I look at the things that
Activities
like
nowadays are.
I look at the things that if you think about it slowly, like Giddy wrote it. I was in Mobile this weekend, and I was talking to somebody, and they were saying how, we know where I went to high school, and we was, saying how the school is plummeting. Right. One of the things I ain't know, one of the reasons that bitch plummeted so much, with that being a magnet school and how everybody in Mobile County used to go there, I'd say 60% of those kids was bussed in. There is no buses anymore.
Right.
So of course you finna lose, those different kids.
What you mean there's no buses?
They
I mean,
don't-
I understand what you're saying.
Like parents gotta, if you gonna go to that school, a parent gonna have to take you,
get
or you gonna have to be able to drive at some point.
Oh,
So naturally that's gonna make that school decline. Like
You
that
go to the
population.
local school now.
Oh, nigga,
It's
you
basically
going
a
around the
local
corner.
school. It's a
right.
That's all it really is at that point.
But they doing some wicked shit because now Mobile branched off into like, I used to go to Faulkner for welding and stuff like that. Now individual school, like BC Rain is an aerospace school. So if you're in the aerospace and engineering, you can go to BC Rain.
That's correct.
Murphy was always a school like that. You can do carpentry,
but all of them are like
masonry.
that.
Oh,
Like Blunt is nursing and doctor stuff.
So does,
Vocational shit.
does no schools have buses or just your school?
I don't know the details about that, but I know that LaFleur lost they busing.
It's fucked up.
now they'll do some fucked up shit where they only do it to the floor because I know they still.
Is that
busting them
still more of that
kids from
shit
the
you was
bottom.
talking about? Like when we've been talking about years and years, and while they're trying to hold the floor back and basically giving y'all programs to other places, and
I think that's how it started, but now I don't know what I can't really say what the angle is for it now because all schools now have a niche. You get what I'm saying? Like whereas we had just this program and you had to go to this school for that program. Now every school got a program. So kind of like if you want to be a welder, you might go over here. If you want to be an aerospace engineer, you might want to go to BC Rain.
They was talking shit for too long. We got tired of that shit. All these reunions and shit. All right.
Meanwhile, down there, Murphy got every program.
You talking about the white
That's
man?
true.
Yeah. Let's
This
see how
so
these
true.
reunions go work.
I say yeah. I say you talking about the white
Hey,
man.
I think if that school in that reunion still gonna go strong for 94 more years.
because all the old people gonna be there. That's all it takes.
And that's who keeping that shit up.
Fool, it's about to be
The
20
alumnus,
years.
But I'm talking about them.
I was just gonna ask you, Ty, what y'all like? Did y'all just postpone y'all 20-year reunion? Do you even know?
Man, I don't know nothing about that shit, son.
My boy don't care nothing about
Nothing
it.
about that.
I think we're gonna have one next summer though. It's gonna be 21.
You gonna be on the board?
Fuck no.
You ain't even going on.
You
I'ma
be
go.
You gonna be in the grill?
I didn't go to the 10. No. I'm gonna go though.
He just want to get drunk and talk shit to people.
We gonna talk about everybody.
What you doing?
Look at me now.
He gonna fight.
Look at me now here.
He gonna fight.
Back then they didn't want me.
I see you put on a few.
I do it.
And that's exactly what he gonna say for real.
Charlton White so crazy.
Right.
Nigga forgot. Rest in peace, Paul Mooney so crazy.
Speaking on putting on a few, airlines are gonna start. They could start. They talking about starting to weigh passengers again at the airport.
To whale?
When did that start?
For what,
when was
though?
that a thing?
Well, what they said was there was a
ain't never got
national
one.
average that I guess it was something they did back in the day, maybe or something. I don't know, but they're saying according to Fox Business that the obesity rate in the United States is increasing and it's causing the old measurements, whatever they were basing that off of, to be outdated. So now they need new metrics and new thing because the average American is bigger now than they were with the ones that they was using.
If it's for safety, I'm cool if it's for safety, especially on a plane. I don't fuck
Because you got to think, you got to factor in the weight of the plane for the fuel, and that's why they charge you
Hey,
for
yeah,
bags.
if every
a lot of
motherfucker
times.
on that bitch an extra 10 pounds.
But I also thought they just, if you couldn't fit in the seat or something, they made you like
Buy another one.
Nah.
another one.
See, they've been using metrics that was, I guess,
But-
I don't know where they got the original metrics from. It didn't really say it in there, but
But if everybody filling up the seat, then if everybody filling up the seat, because when I flew, it wasn't no middle
Yeah,
row.
and
I
heard
was
it.
just
It's
about
all
to ask you
over.
that. Did you fly Delta?
Delta.
They had
Full
every other
plane.
seat. Full plane. Oh shit!
Full
See,
plane.
it's different. Like last time I was on the plane, it was every
That's how I
other
was
seat.
last time I was too. Yeah, it was no middle
So
seat unless
you
y'all
have
was
to
a
worry
family.
about the weight shit. Yeah.
yeah.
But nah.
Damn, that's crazy.
They did say that the program that they're thinking about doing, if they have to implement it, will be on voluntary basis.
Man.
So
You know who ain't gonna volunteer? Shit.
The big people. But I mean, you know it was coming. I don't even know why I answered it.
well, you walk right down the hole with them.
But
Dummy.
I mean, and the smaller people too. Like,
But
I'm
I
small,
mean,
ain't
but
so,
to be honest, if they going off like BMI, I get charged extra. Cause like that shit is just crazy.
they
Oh,
can't-
man, that shit
shouldn't-
don't never be right.
So they're gonna have a price based off the weight. They can't do that. I would say they would
If
have
they're
a
just
limit
saying
of people.
overweight, if you consider overweight, you get charged more than I'm considered overweight.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
No,
You're
I think
right.
that
This is
overweight
true.
stuff is if you got to basically
Require more
essentially take
space.
up more
yeah.
space. But this is just more so metrics to understand how much weight a plane is on average is carrying.
So in that instance, should it be voluntary? If it's for safety purposes,
It must not be that big. I'm gonna say that it's a big deal, but it ain't like a.
that should be mandatory.
Huge
If
red
it's
flag.
I think if it's for safety, it should be
I
mandatory.
don't know. Let's call somebody at BC Rain. They aerospace, ain't it? Shit.
Y'all know anybody there?
No, that's
You should, nigga. You in the 12th grade, 11th grade.
Back then, 20 years ago. Right there. Back then.
North Carolina jury awarded two brothers $75 million after being wrongfully convicted of a 1983 murder. The jury in North Carolina awarded $75 million to the two black men. They were wrongfully convicted and sentenced to death after the rape and murder of an 11-year-old girl back in 1983.
Shit, 30 years, $75 million for 30 years.
This is basically the single biggest award ever awarded to people who
That ain't
were
enough.
wrongfully convicted. Said that they had a intellectual
daughter.
problem or issue that they had. It was kind of easy to pin it and push it on them. They couldn't really defend themselves with their words per se. But the sentence has been overturned and they've been awarded $75 million.
That ain't enough because ain't no telling what happened to them guys in jail, especially when you raped a kid. You know how those guys live in jail.
And you have a
That's
mental
true.
disability, and you're not getting the help you need. All that combined.
You say he saw somebody, a death row inmate executed.
But
during the
if
prison
this what
stay.
he looks, if this what he looked like, he looked
Jesus.
young enough to enjoy it. So go enjoy it. I don't think it's enough, but go enjoy it, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all boys enjoy that, but I know that shit's still gonna
So is
be on
it
your
a
mental.
piece or do they have to split that?
Probably together. Two black brothers were awarded $75 million. So
Right.
yeah, so
Somebody can't add. What?
Probably. That's what it does say nearly 31 million each, but that's wrong.
Probably lawyer fees or something.
Fees, taxes, or something. Maybe I don't
Court
know.
calls.
But I mean, I told y'all before that was one of my biggest fears, just from watching movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Back in the day and TV shows, like damn, wrongfully convicted or something that you didn't do. Like,
And then you look at it from 1983. You didn't really have a whole lot of DNA testing and all that. All you had was you tell this person, hey, say you saw this person do this so we can go and get this case closed.
Me and Des was talking about that shit when me and him had first got in here today. It was like, I forgot what it was. It was something like, I don't really be worried about the police, but is that a good thing or a bad thing? And he was like, well, shit, G-Boss, you don't really do too much. And I'm like, shit, that don't matter.
yeah,
Shit, that don't matter.
Very true.
Shit, that don't matter.
it don't. And we was gonna talk about. I guess this is a fine time to bring it in, but we was talking about down Ronald Green down in Louisiana.
Some sick shit, boy.
I don't even really know, like, I don't know. I don't know if anybody had a chance to see that footage or see the the video from the body cam. But basically, an investigation is underway after body cam footage finally came out from an incident that happened 2 years ago to Ronald Green, following a pursuit that ended in a car crash. They said that the police said that Mr. Green died in a car wreck upon impact from that crash, from that pursuit, only to come out and find out when he got to the hospital, the doctor there felt like it was someone that had found taser marks all over Mr. Green. If he died in a crash on impact, how does he have taser marks? Mm-hmm. And he wrote in his conclusion, something's not adding up. Mm-hmm. They hid it for over 2 years, some kind of way. I think an investigative journalist was able to find and put this out. We found out after those 2 years, you see the body cam footage where after the crash, he was alive and well. He was communicating with the police. He told the officer he's sorry. He was just scared. He put his hands up. He was tased multiple times. He was pulled out the car and beaten till he was bloody. He was stepped on, handcuffed behind his back, had his feet handcuffed. We saw one of the officers drag him by his feet.
Face down.
While his face was down on the ground. After he's already handcuffed and still alive, still communicating. You saw the officers bragging about beating him up. This happened in Louisiana, by the way, Louisiana State Police, basically state troopers up near, I think, Shreveport area. Yeah. I don't know if anybody had a chance to see this. I told y'all that outside
of Monroe.
Monroe, I'm sorry. I've seen multiple videos now at this point. All of us have. Everybody listening have. But this one was just, not that any of them are any less than any other. All of them are heinous. But this one was just kind of sick, man. And scary.
I didn't even watch it, but I see a picture right here and it looks sick. I can't watch shit like that, man. I'm glad there is people.
Like, I'm handcuffed. Y'all got me. Just take me where y'all got to take me. And he getting beat. He getting drugged by his feet. You can't do anything about it.
All the cops involved should be, of course, prosecuted.
Then one of them died?
Yeah, one of them died in the police.
Yeah, I was just about to say
he died. One of the police officers.
A bit older.
Right. One of the police. He died in a car wreck.
Yeah, the very thing they lied about saying this man died.
That's what he died from. Coma.
His ass died from.
Coma like a motherfucker.
His family still getting his pension. His pension need to be taken from his family.
That don't mean, because he was an asshole. Don't mean his.
Hell yeah, because you should benefit off of it.
Normally I'm on the fence with it, but I'm with you. I'm with you on this one.
Yeah,
like you have to see. Like, you didn't watch it.
I ain't about to watch
When I tell you, man, that shit had me furious, bro.
Like,
I was hot.
And we used to it at this point.
And it's sad that it's sad
That's
too.
why I can't watch it.
But I think what messed me up was he was like, hey, man, I'm sorry, man. You can just take me to jail. I'm sorry, man. Come on, man. You my brother, man. Don't do this. Lord, please help me.
He's pleading.
As he getting beat and drugged and tased. And it's just, it's something about that one it hit a little harder. And
it's kind of, again, what made it worse. I'm pretty sure y'all saw the little video floating around of the white man and him pulling, pretty much basically killing another police officer because he didn't want to go to jail or whatever. Like, he was, I don't know the details because I ain't want to watch his shit either because I know he made it home to his folks. He got bonded out. This man died, bro. This man is basically pleading for his life. He's telling them, okay, I surrender. You know what I'm saying? And they completely disregarded what this man was talking about. completely. And to not only that, beat this man while he handcuffed. It's almost on borderline Emmett Till shit, bro.
Yeah. And other investigations that have been starting to come out with some of these officers involved show that this is not the first time that they've beat up a black person in particular, black individual. And we talk all the time, man. It's people think that it's an exaggeration, and I think it's easy for you to say it's an exaggeration when you don't have to live under these kind of situations and circumstances. Nobody's trying to say that, we hate police officers or fuck police or, we don't like white people. Nobody's not trying to say that. All we simply saying is there is a problem, and some of these problems need to be addressed. And it doesn't seem like all the time they're being addressed. It's been 2 years that this came out. When they brought that man to the hospital, the only thing they said that he died from a car accident on impact. And nothing else was ever said about it until this investigation came out. Only for the police officers, once it came out, the Louisiana State Troopers was basically like, this came out too premature, it's still under investigation. We don't like commenting on things that's under investigation.
It's 2 years, man.
From the state troopers on
2 years.
They should be prosecuting. Everybody else should be fired, man. This like they allowed this to happen. So anybody in charge,
and it was body cam footage.
That's what I was about to say. It takes
like you
2
saw this
years.
Somebody saw that footage,
right?
Yes,
2 years to investigate body cam footage.
And he was a United States Marine.
Somebody saw that footage.
Listen,
United States Marine.
The elected officials, everybody need to be under investigation at this point.
Anybody that was able to see this video,
this is cold-blooded murder, man. Whoever hit a murder.
Anybody who saw this video,
right,
should be fired.
And it's 2 years, so this is well within the time frame to be able to convict people
and come forward.
Yeah.
If you have information regarding this, you come forward with it. Otherwise, you complicit.
And I know a lot of people be like, oh, everybody just against the police and stuff. But if you start seeing these people held accountable properly, people ain't gonna have no problem, man. White, black, anybody, people not gonna have no problem. Because if this was a white man getting dead like that, we already talked. I know black people would be just as compassionate. Like, see, we're talking about the problem, not the color. Right. It just so happened that overwhelmingly the color looks like us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
are y'all scared to stop in places like that? Like,
I'm never gonna.
I've always been scared of certain. I've always been scared of certain spots.
I was always scared of Clanton.
So how do you handle that though? Do you drive to?
You gotta
speed limit,
turn your hazard lights on and get to a well-lit area, whether it's a gas station or whatever.
What you saying? If you get pulled over,
like if you're getting pulled over in the middle of nowhere, what do? You keep going?
You know what? It's crazy that you said that because I think I was going somewhere. I don't know where I was going. And I was driving behind a black-looking Tahoe with the black little police-looking rims on it. Had a little light in there and everything, but it had regular Alabama tags. And it was like I passed it, and then it kind of got behind me. And I was like, man, I had already made up in my mind, if this shit pulled me over, I'm not stopping. Because, first of all, you had a regular Alabama tag, but it looked like a police car. Right. Mm-hmm. Had the light on the side of that. I said, no. I'm going to call 911. I was coming from somewhere downtown, headed to Clear. I was about to get off on my exit. I said, I'm going to call 911. I'm saying, hey, look, I'm getting off on this exit. Mm-hmm. Please tell Clear Police Department I'm unarmed. I don't have anything, but I'm not stopping for whatever this fucking car is. I'm going to tell them exactly why I'm not stopping. I'm not going to go fast. And I was going to drive right to Clear Police Department and pull in the parking spot. Right. I don't know if that was going to help me.
That's what I was about to say. The crazy thing about that is I still would be scared. They're going to beat my ass.
I mean, no. My man, he said he called the police. Mm-hmm. Going to the police station. Why would you get your ass beat? And then he said he was going slow.
That's the right way to think. But seeing what we see, do you think they're going to beat your ass? Maybe.
Possibly.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying. But like my man was like, I'm sorry, we brothers. They beat his ass.
Yeah.
They were in pursuit of him, and he actually crashed
They
out.
They would technically be in pursuit of him.
But I'm calling and I'm saying, I'm with you now. I don't know if that was gonna help me, but I like my chances just by saying, hey, listen, it's this black Tahoe. It had regular Alabama tags. I don't believe that this is the real police behind me, and I feel more comfortable coming to you all right here and pulling over. I'm gonna be in a white such and such and such and such. I'm coming. I'm going to have the windows down. I have no weapons. I'm pulling into your station.
I feel you. I want to tell you something. We was going to the gym, Fit 24. The white guy, remember, he was running for mayor, and I told you I was getting cool with him. He was talking to me about it because he was coming to me like, I want to help black people. And the reason he was doing that was because in Calera Police Department, scared if I should say this or not. I don't know, but in their department, in a jail cell, those police was beating the fuck out of a guy, and he exposed it. So that's kind of why we don't know who that guy is right now anymore. We don't know where he at. We don't know where he at.
Again, I'm not saying it's the right thing, but what I know was I wasn't pulling over for that motherfucker.
And that I agree with, but I still would be scared that they would beat my ass once I got to their police department too.
Man, that Van Lathan.
And that's us.
And that's the part that we said that's sad about us. We don't know if we're gonna get protection or not, and that shouldn't be like that.
That Van Lathan Netflix special that he won the Emmy off of or whatever, it really showed like
I still ain't fully watched it.
It's so dope, fool. A black guy wake up, he gets shot by the police. He gets shot by the police. He wakes up.
Oh yeah, I've been wanting to watch that shit on Netflix.
And he goes through like, all right, well, maybe if I do this.
It looked like it's shot cool too.
Maybe if I do this. Yeah, that shit right there, the dead's got on the screen.
Yeah. I want to see that.
It's only about 30 minutes, really dope. But he go through like, all right, you know
Two
what?
distant
I
strangers.
could do everything.
I ain't gonna spoil the end for it, but he goes through so many scenarios.
I saw that.
None of them work.
One point, he tells the guy, like, look, this lady about to cross the street right there. You know, it was that Groundhog Day kind of.
Like, look, nigga, this about to happen.
That's exactly how somebody described it to
Yeah.
me too, like Groundhog Day.
It's a dope concept. It's about 30 minutes. I wish it'd have been longer, or it'd have been a whole day, or it could have been not us getting shot. Cause I'm a little tired of that like trauma shit.
But is that what needs to be told? Because me neither. That's why I will not watch it. But I appreciate people who do watch. My boy, Mr. Ronald Green, getting that happening because they put the story out. So
it needs to be even for every good times. It needs to be Fresh Prince or Cosby Show. Besides,
But sometimes they say like
sometimes
with
you
some
just tell
like
what happens.
it's create like I like to think I have a creative mind. Sometimes you create what's around you. You create what you're going
what
through.
happens.
You create what you see, and a lot of creators are like that. And maybe that's
So can you
indicative of the time.
You can't see this black man survive because a lot of times he don't.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a movie like that and try to figure out what I can wake up and do to get tired to come to the podcast on time.
Yeah.
So you want to tell him, you want to help him direct?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you can go about doing it. Whatever you need me to do, I'm with it.
Like being on time?
Except
I'm with whatever my wife need me to do for him, man.
Whatever it is, you got
But somebody who didn't, you know, kind of wither away, Mike Tyson. His doc coming up this week on the 25th.
on what?
4 hours on ABC.
Hours. This nigga got a real doc.
4
how's
hours
coming out
on
on ABC? Oh, it's like once a week or something?
the documentary where 2 parts on ABC on the 25th of May.
Oh, that's dope. I mean, I'm definitely gonna watch
Mike
it.
Tyson.
Damn right, Mike Tyson. Yeah, so
I watched old Mike Tyson doc, so I'm damn sure gonna watch the new one.
And
when Michael Jai White played him, he looked just like Tyson too.
Yeah. I definitely watch it. Like I said, I'm all for these cocaine docs. They show the niggas in the 80s with the cocaine and the women's and all of that good shit. I want to watch it.
Tyson got a lot of life going on because Jamie Foxx too playing him. So that's one I definitely.
Oh, well, I definitely got to watch that.
Yeah,
one.
it's
Like,
Jamie.
that's
Yeah.
Hang on, are these different?
I would
I know
guess,
this one that's coming on ABC is called The Knockout.
I would guess it's different. I don't think.
And theirs
Jamie's
is just
gonna-
documentary.
Oh, Jamie is doing the
Jamie is
movie.
the movie,
This
yeah.
is the doc.
Tyson had a hell of a rebound.
He
Man.
has.
That nigga got
Man.
he
Good
has
space.
rebound, and even just watching him, his aura, his demeanor, his podcast, hot boxing. I like it. I enjoy
love
it.
his hot boxing.
Tell unbelievable stories. You know what I mean?
hot
Like,
boxing.
yeah.
It was an easy transition for you, huh?
Yeah, I like hot boxing.
Dummy.
It's not dumb. You do it, ass.
Well, that nigga dumb. We was
Speaking of, well, not hot boxing, but 77 pounds roll up on the beach.
I'm keeping it. I don't know who to give it to though. That's the thing. That's what I would for. That's the hard part. Who do you give it to? Who do you look to sell it to?
I mean, I don't watch enough drug movies. I think I'm gonna
They
have to
gonna
break
kill
it
you.
down.
They gonna kill you.
No, you can't hand people 77 keys.
They gonna kill you.
You know how like in the movies, like you go get it, and then it's like a track on, and then all of a sudden your phone ring. This is Hector.
Right.
You have something that belongs to me. Give me 24 hours, and I want it back. Hector, huh?
Hector, why you
Hey, I'm at such and such Queens Boulevard.
why Hector playing these games though? Why you Hector know I have it?
Hey,
like,
I don't
what the
know,
fuck,
but
Hector?
telling
but if Hector like on the
He gonna
movie
call, though.
when he called, you know the nigga be running for the whole rest of the movie, the nigga running, and then at the end he end up with the chick on the island and kept Hector money. Hector didn't die and shit. No, I don't want that shit. Hector, here, come get it. I'm sorry.
Because at that point, you're a drug lord.
Pretty much.
Ain't no I can't go back to my 9 to 5 after dealing with Hector.
It'll be just my luck, goddamn. I put that shit in the truck, pull out that bitch, and that. Hey, bro, look, I was taking it to y'all. Fucking
Same dude who park room. The same nigga who park room.
Hey, I was just bringing this shit to y'all.
What a coinky did.
Hey, nigga, go to
Our
jail.
office that way.
Man, that'll be fucked up. You go to jail, you don't even know nothing about what's back that motherfucker like.
How many was it, Joe?
How much?
77 pounds.
That was in Gulf Shores.
And then some more later.
It kept
some more
coming
came.
up. Yeah, but a total of 77
77
pounds.
Did y'all see the check it me sitting in a lunch or saying me waiting on the 77 pounds to wash up?
Is one of your options really turn it in?
Nah,
I leave it before I turn it in. Like, hey, let the seagulls eat at that shit or something. I'm not calling.
I'm not
nobody,
turning it in.
I'm not going to touch it to turn it.
Because I'm scared to turn it in. How did you get it?
Who you know?
They watched the show.
Came up on the beach.
I'm black. I don't have to let somebody else go turn the shit
Y'all
in.
see our trauma, motherfuckers? We got trauma.
We scared to do the right thing.
The right thing is leaving that shit alone.
Yeah,
bro.
that's the right thing. Dang, look at them bricks. Oh, damn, that bitch got stamps on. Nah, I'm good. I'm cool.
They
on that
had
one.
Pablo
Hector
Escobar
coming.
goddamn pictures on
It
it.
did. I definitely wasn't touching that shit. Hell no. that nigga still here.
Boy, that ride home would be so
Quiet
long.
as fuck. It'll be quiet as fuck.
Nigga,
Now your heart
if
get
it's
the
in
beating,
the
you get
car-
that little shit in your throat, that little lump in your throat
You turn the radio off.
Hey, if it's in the car
10
with
and
you,
2,
you
nigga.
definitely gonna
to drive.
I'll tell you.
The first time since your driving test. 10
Right.
and 2. Yeah. First time since then.
Hey, like when you be drunk, man, I just need to make it to the interstate.
Right.
Right.
If I make it, fool, I feel like that. If I make it to, but once I get off the interstate, like I just got to make it to the
I just
house.
gotta make it. Yeah, hey, you can't think that far ahead. You go, hey, I just gotta make it here first.
You know how we was
One
talking
step
about
at a time.
A-Rod not knowing why J-Lo would like do shit to try to make him mad.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all see the woman who faked the wedding to get back at her ex?
Fake the way.
Wow.
Yeah, now y'all see what I was trying to say last week.
Why y'all so angry? Don't do it.
It say a woman in Germany staged an extravagant wedding in a futile effort to make her ex jealous.
If it's my ex, it don't cost that much. Wow. I ain't about to spend that much money on my ex, man. Do you know how much you got to pay to stage a wedding? Extravagant wedding?
That's
Maybe not that hard.
It's a stage.
24-year-old student.
You 24, girl. Is that her? She looks good. What is she doing?
Yeah, you 24. You ain't really live life yet.
But don't they go to the point what they'll do to make you mad?
Yeah.
Anything. It's no limit.
posted, folks. So she had to pay an actor.
So are we trying to be like, you don't mean that? Shut up. Shut up. You don't mean that.
Nigga, go on a date with your manager.
I don't
goddamn.
what
Fuck you know, man.
You don't like him.
Right. Hey, but that's how niggas like us think. Like we see that shit and be like, I know what you trying to do. That shit don't work.
Hit it with the ha.
Didn't work.
Dummy. Get him out. I dummy there.
Whoa.
That nigga
He
ass
yourself.
yourself.
Self-proclaimed.
My God.
Damn.
But an extravagant wedding to make your ex mad. Nah. You know what you do to make your ex mad?
Be
Had a
happy.
boo, maybe.
Go silent. If you say they get
Is this
mad
true?
when they don't see nothing.
Is this true?
Block their ass.
Hired a fake groom.
I ain't block you. I don't think I ever blocked.
I ain't
you.
never blocked.
I ain't
No,
never
I
blocked
ain't never.
nobody.
I only
can
block
tell who
these
the
Forex
demeanor.
people.
I ain't never
who be
blocked nobody.
Trying to
I don't even
be
know.
like,
I ain't
I can flip $100 to 10 million or something. I only block their.
I mean, I report scammers like on Facebook. But
I block.
Dad's gonna get you about that Forex.
Long as they don't see me no Instagram page requesting my
See,
purchase.
Dad's he one of them niggas that don't know how to get rich. See what I'm saying? They be thinking it's a game.
That's another part.
I can listen to
that's
somebody
another
that
part.
I know.
But is that another part of
But-
Dad's transition? We was talking about Dad's transition. He gonna come out with that page. Follow me now. And have hundreds. So
No, my boy ain't finna do that.
Promote on my page.
Boy, I ain't gonna do it.
He
stick with the Mr. Demeanor, whatever page you got. Don't do Mr. Demeanor
But Dad's turned
185.
into DJ Val, not Vlad. What's my man name that do the music?
Khaled.
Khaled. Hell yeah, he be inspirational as a motherfucker.
Another one.
Dummy.
Did y'all see the story on the TikTok users who was doing the infrared photos that was showing how iPhones are taking screenshots repeatedly of you?
No, but I can see that.
Yeah, they said that iPhone take invisible pictures basically. So right now they saying that your iPhone you can't see it, but if they put
They can
on
see me naked.
they put on an infrared goggle,
If
a
you
lens or
naked
something
on the
camera.
screen.
They put a lens on the camera, and it kept showing repeatedly the iPhone just every so often flashing. It keeps repeatedly taking pictures of you and your surroundings.
Wow.
Didn't know.
Oh, it take pictures, not what on
Yeah,
your screen.
it's a digital camera, and they use the infrared lens with a filter on it that allowed them to see. It's a light. That shit kept flashing.
I have to do this shit like the work laptop. We gonna have to put tape on your shit.
Yeah.
Put some tape on your shit. Some.
So like, now they
cameras.
keep giving us 3, 4, 5, 6 cameras and that shit. I don't know the how credible that shit was.
And
I just was asking, did y'all see it
and
on
a lot
TikTok?
of people sit like they phone like that. Camera exposed like a motherfucker.
Well, I mean, they got both now. I'm pretty sure it's on the front and back.
Yeah.
and they listening.
It shouldn't surprise you.
I mean, that don't surprise me.
I told you, man.
That's
Like,
when people was
was
talking about, Bill Gates trying to put a chip in you.
What if
It
your
said every 5 to 10 seconds.
what if your nudes pop out? What y'all doing? Your nudes pop
My
out.
nudes
That
pop out?
ain't even me.
Hopefully,
I
that's a
don't
good
know.
one.
Well, that's me.
You probably if
It
that
don't-
shit
it
doing it
don't
like
matter.
that,
Like,
you
you in the
probably just
shower.
see how
Your
my
shit
phone
right
sitting
there.
right there.
You in the
You probably
shower.
come out the shower, putting on your deodorant and shit, little cheese swinging, goddamn.
man.
They
Little
put
wet
that shit on the
cheese.
Call me
internet.
in a vulnerable
Wet
state.
cheese. You fresh out the shower.
Shower cheese.
You know that turtle ain't came out the shell yet.
Don't judge me, baby.
Just working.
I got hacked. My shit don't look like that.
A gummy worm.
They hacked me and
I know
shrunk-
that picture.
What y'all do if that shit happen to y'all?
They hacked me and shrunk me.
That's Photoshop right now.
I'm gonna come back the next week. I'm gonna go get like a little banana or something. Goddamn, take it in my tighty whities or something.
Right,
Put that bitch in.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
It's my real shit.
At that point, you on trial. You got to call eyewitnesses.
Hey,
I ain't never had
gotta-
no complaint.
Innocent until you prove it.
But I'm gonna sue the skin off somebody if that shit ever leaks.
Man,
Apple, you got some shit to deal with. Apple or TikTok, whoever.
I don't
talk-
know how
never
true
had-
that.
I
I
never
haven't
had
seen.
TikTok.
I haven't seen a response.
I ain't never
back,
had TikTok
back
either,
to it. So
So is that on the TikTok?
no.
That's real life.
They posted it on TikTok,
But
but,
it's from
they were
iPhone.
saying that it's from your iPhone is essentially doing it right now. You flipped it upside down, so it's just mapping the table or something.
I don't know which way to turn it because there's one on this side too. Yeah.
And I don't know why you turning your phone and your Mac got a camera on it, too.
Not on the
Bitch
front.
doing the same
It's
thing.
looking at y'all, not me.
No, it ain't.
Nigga, don't ain't got a where your
There's a camera
camera?
right
at?
there.
You see it? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's you know.
Dummy.
That been right there like a motherfucker.
That nigga thought he had a back camera and looking for it. Oh, my God.
Damn.
Hey, man.
I got a new Apple. Y'all need to put a
Hey, y'all,
back camera.
this is a reason to watch the YouTube. You wouldn't believe some of this shit. You have to watch
That
the
nigga
YouTube.
turned that bitch.
I ain't know.
We're finna argue like about.
I was thinking
That
that
nigga
Oh,
said is looking at
I
y'all.
was
What,
thinking about the iPad. My bad.
what would be the purpose of that?
I was thinking about the iPad. guys.
It got camera on both sides.
Not mine. Mine only had a camera on the back
Oh, okay.
on the iPad.
Hey man, shit.
See, I had a lot. It's hootie lot. I had a lot to my thing. God damn it. It was something to it. I know one of my goddamn devices like that. I ain't know which one though.
I want the We've been talking a lot about crypto. I don't know if y'all saw this. Des might disagree,
Been
but
dying.
I want to ask because we just saw that China banks, the whole country of China is banning banks from providing cryptocurrency.
That's big.
Now, I'm bringing it up because we long thought that China, Russia, countries like that were really big behind crypto to help weaken the U.S. dollar. But if we see that China's taking steps towards actually devaluing crypto and taking steps to ban crypto, they said that it fell below 34,000 for the first time in 3 months. China's not going to let up on that. We saw that the United States are trying to take counter actions to get rid of crypto. We saw a lot of dark forces are using crypto to attack countries, pay for terrorism, things like that. Are we seeing the beginning of the end of crypto?
Hey man, if these people keep posting on Facebook how much they made off they dodgeball or what you call it?
Damn, who to call that bitch Dodge Ram and now you call that bitch Dodgeball?
Dodgeball. Yep. They don't want to see too many niggas.
There you go right there,
Yeah.
there's Dodgeball.
They don't want to see that. So all right, hey, better getting good. But I don't know. So that's one of them things.
But then I also think that going a little deeper into it, devalues every dollar. The U.S. dollar, the China dollar, the yen, whatever it may be.
Well,
the Jamaican dollar, the whoever dollar,
but
and they don't want to see that. So.
Truthfully, if it did get big, it would that would be the dollar. It wouldn't be a U.S. dollar, Mexico dollar. It would be.
But do people want that? Or does America want that? Does China want that? Does Russia want that to be one generational dollar?
I don't know.
Universal dollar.
Because it's always been weird to me.
No, because all of them want their dollar to be the power. Every last one of them.
Yeah, but it's still the same. Like Mexico, 13 pesos equal $1, but everything 13 times higher.
It's not that. I don't think it's that because I think China wants their dollar to be the top dollar, just like U.S. wants their U.S. dollar to be the top dollar. Russia wants their dollar to be the top dollar.
I get it, but we also can argue that the Chinese economy, for all them rights and intents and purposes, have been able to become a superpower basically off the back of the yen and the dollar and currency manipulation. So they say.
But does this change that?
I feel like it. I don't know enough about the crypto. I'm gonna just be honest, but I think it's in the best interest of all countries to get rid of it. So Dad said it could start a war, but at the same time, like if all the world's most powerful countries are banding together to try to stamp it out, how do you start? Like if China, Russia, Germany, the U.S. and Australia, Britain, France say that's the end of crypto, they not allowing it, then what's happening?
You got to go to Jamaica to use your crypto.
And they ain't about to fight all of them people. And they ain't going to fight all them people.
Right.
You going to still have that one nigga out there, man.
Because I went to Jamaica.
You got to fly to the United States. So.
What I made the mistake of doing is I went to Jamaica, converted my dollar to Jamaican money, and they wanted dollars.
They want dollars.
Right.
Yeah, because the dollar more valuable.
Right.
That exchange rate, it just be some bullshit. I think like you lose in it, but
I lost because I changed my money back and got less money back.
Yeah. You true.
That's because that's what they wanted. So I didn't know, like, at the fucking airport, as soon as you get there, they be like, you want to change, 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 you want to change. Like, damn, should I change?
When you go to international trips, you're supposed to do research. But I know who I'm talking to.
I didn't know that.
So
when I went, I didn't know.
I know. No. That's what I'm saying. I know who I'm talking to. That nigga just show, hey, I'm here. Them nigga took all who the money.
Yeah, that was 10 years ago, man. You was doing that research 10 years ago?
Oh, yeah, $1.
I wasn't doing that shit 10 years ago.
Who probably stopped at every person? You know how you
want
go
$1?
No, the airport itself was promoting it. So
of course. Nigga, so they can make money off somebody like you. $1.
Mexican
do that too. I was 25, 26, 27. I wasn't doing no research. But now I would. But then I wouldn't have done that shit. No.
I would want to argue that you probably wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have.
Fuck that shit, nigga.
I know
I'm just going to use my card. That's why
I just explained to you now.
That's why most people use credit cards when they travel.
Damn.
I know now.
That is really why people use credit cards, because it don't have a conversion rate and stuff on there. So a lot of people travel with that. Doug, 42 Doug, what his name is?
42 Doug.
Yeah, 42 Doug.
That's a name for your ass, boy.
Dropped the new album. I think it's called Freedom Guys, Freedom Boys. With that shit he be saying all the time. Did anybody have an opportunity to listen to that album?
No.
I listened to a little bit of it just now when you was playing it. But outside of that, I didn't. I wasn't the biggest Doug fan, but those two songs you played made me want to go listen.
It's pretty.
I ain't gonna lie.
Now, it's a lot of songs, and I want to ask too off of this is people going back to these longer albums, because his is like 20-something songs.
Why?
I don't know, but we've seen it was somebody that dropped the album a week or two ago that we was listening to, had a whole bunch of songs. When Young Thug dropped, he dropped a whole bunch of songs, but he definitely dropped.
His shit was a whole group of people though. Basically,
it was a lot of people, but I don't know. So far, I've listened. I listened to it one time through. I got to go back and sit with it. But so far, it's been jamming to me. And like you, I know why you don't like Doug, but I like him for the reason that you don't like him.
The voice, the difference,
the difference. Like so sometimes you get tired. I get tired of hearing
you
from wherever you from East Coast, West Coast, North, and you sound like from here. I like the fact that he sound like where he's from. He's from Detroit, and he talk his lingo, rap off rhythm sometimes. I like that because that works for them.
Makes sense, and that makes even more sense when we get mad at like I did last week, get mad at the rappers for sounding the same. So apparently, you got to listen to something different.
Did y'all see that this week they was giving Future a lot of flack for that song on Doug album where he was talking about what's her name?
Oh, Lori Harvey.
There we go. Harvey.
Doug was talking about Lori. Okay.
No, Future.
Oh, Future. My bad.
I said Future.
My bad. I'm sorry.
He back to his toxic shit.
He never left. Did he ever?
Well, you know, he went a step further. You know, after his breakups, how my man be. He said, tell Steve Harvey he don't want him.
You don't want none with Future? What's wrong with you, Steve? It is what it is. That's what you signed up for when you get into Future's life. Future's gonna rap about you, and I'm perfectly okay with it because it normally comes out to be good.
To be good music, though.
So-
Yeah. He finna make
But
a
does it
dirty
sound
sprite
like he like bitter behind the breakup? If you say that, like you just said earlier,
you can be
best way
bitter.
to
You can be
just
bitter. You
leave-
can be expressive. You can be whatever. I mean,
Or he could really be happy and don't want her.
to show you, because he's been saying since before her, "Hey, I'm gonna get these hoes. I'm turning them
You
out."
better
I'm
go
talk-
with the person.
explain
Like,
depending on
you
who
know,
she
like,
is.
no, depending on who you are. Like I might receive it from Todd as he bitter, but I might receive it from you as like,
from
oh,
Future,
nah, he.
I'm never gonna take it from Future that he's bitter.
I don't think so either. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't.
Future's never bitter. I just think that Future's being Future, and he's gonna fuck these hoes like him for a little while, and then talk about it when he's done. He always does it. So until he does something different, that's who I'm gonna believe Future to be, and I'm gonna like it.
He is what he is.
You hear that, huh, Joe?
Ryder Rich had a feature on here, and it was kind of like lukewarm or subpar. And I know at one point, you know, we was arguing that he had one of the best albums. I think that was 2018 maybe, 19.
19.
And now he kind of just been,
You gonna blame it on the pandemic?
I can't, cause shit, people still creating at a high level. My real question is, do you think his moment of shine is over?
Some people only got one album in them.
Well,
Where he made two good ones.
and the last time we really saw him was it the BET Awards? It was somebody awards. He had a real great performance.
So I think the
he
Grammys
showed
with him
that-
and the baby, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Grammys.
It was the
Even
Grammys
bigger.
with him and the baby. Yeah.
Sorry,
And,
BET.
and he
Even
real
bigger.
musical.
Right,
Like
so
he's really good at it. But so do you think that it's just he just
I
laying low?
think when you're real musical, your music takes longer. And so
see
I
that.
think that with that is going
Yeah,
to
I can
be.
definitely
It takes
see
the time. It's going to take him to 2022. But when he come out, I think he gonna come out.
I can see that.
And he might not have put his all into a Doug feature.
He like Doug though. I disagree because I think he chooses his features wisely.
He might have did it on some homeboy stuff, but like, yeah, I'll get you a feature, but
Yeah, but
And at the same time, you can't play games on a feature.
not no more.
Nigga, your name stamped on that.
yeah.
That's like, oh, we playing the Lakers. I don't really care. Like, you get your ass bust, people gonna talk about it. This internet, wow. Like,
You
them
lost
niggas
about
gonna
50.
tear your ass up for that shit. That could cost you money down the line. It could cost you a whole lot of shit playing on a feature.
Grammy guy, give me this Grammy verse.
That's true.
I want the Grammy verse. I ain't 42 Doug trying to get the homeboy verse. I want the Grammy verse.
Yeah.
But did you get a chance to listen to the Hot Sizzle?
I'm a hoe.
Please don't.
Niggas crazy.
No.
Negative.
To answer simply,
Dummy.
no. Young and May drop.
Young and me.
You listen?
No, I didn't. I didn't know she dropped.
I ain't know either.
Off the Yak is what the album is called.
You failed to share that too, along with your app.
So she's no longer drinking Hennessy or Henny.
Ain't hearing yet. What's
It
yet?
got a song on there called Hennied Up.
Oh,
We really don't know.
Ain't yet.
She on the
Ain't
fence.
yet
with it.
hen?
I think so.
yeah, but it said off. Oh, okay, never mind.
Going like you going crazy.
Off
After
the
Dummy.
To me, everything brown is Yak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me too.
That's just me. That's my brain. How I think. Bourbon, whiskey,
But yeah,
whatever
she,
other shit.
put a body workout.
Brown
songs.
tequila.
How was it?
Oh.
You ain't listen. Looking like
I thought the nigga brought it up because he listened to it.
Nigga, y'all listen to this shit. This shit is fire.
Hang on,
really say
hang on.
that.
You brought up an album you did not listen to.
I didn't listen to her shit because I was listening to Benny the Butcher and 38 Special.
Dummy.
And Hot Sizzle.
You did listen to Hot Sizzle.
I was dying for you to turn that shit off. I was struggling in here when you were
In New Orleans, niggas who will shoot you out there listening to it.
and that's the craziest shit in the world to me.
It is crazy.
That is the craziest
It's
shit
crazy.
in
Them
the world.
niggas go bounce and goddamn dance and shoot your ass.
Let me ask you a question. I
get you
got a
some.
real good
That's
question.
crazy.
So in New Orleans, it's gonna be a car 4 deep with niggas riding, just listen to that. Just niggas.
It will. That's crazy.
I
It
get
will.
it.
With a 50 caliber
I'm just
goddamn
asking.
revolver in that bitch.
I'm just asking.
And the shotgun. Everybody get you some. Like
better get you
we
some.
talked about earlier. Start with saying, nigga gonna say, yes, ma'am, shoot you in your mouth. They gonna listen to that bounce music and shoot you in your mouth.
Well, I believe they'll do that, but
Yeah.
I prefer my bounce women. Goddamn, my bounce music to come with bounce women or some shit. Like that's how I prefer it.
I agree.
Did y'all
Baby dropped one song too? Baby, you know
what did drop?
it's called Stunner Man featuring Lil Wayne. I ain't heard it. I just seen it right now.
Who did that? Birdman?
Oh yeah, I did see that. Somebody else on that, ain't it?
How many-
somebody was in
Roddy Rich.
Yeah.
What's the over under him saying Playboy?
Oh,
Baby.
He don't say Playboy no more.
He don't say Playboy? What he say now?
No, brr. That's Pooh Shiesty.
I don't know how I missed that.
It's easily
It's
missed.
easy to miss
I think-
Birdman music right now.
Yeah.
Not no offense. I'm sorry. No offense.
I feel like they was doing a video for it. That's how I saw it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I had to check it out.
I'm gonna check that. out.
Lil Baby and Kirk Franklin
Man.
made a lot of noise on the internet by dropping what was it? I Win?
We win.
We Win. I'm sorry. That's gonna be on the soundtrack featured on Space Jam.
Yeah. Man.
I know what they say about Lil Baby, but how did y'all individually feel about the song per se from Lil Baby?
I loved it. In a while, we're gonna be tired of it, but that's a good thing. I think from hearing it like everywhere, I think it's gonna go everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like what we said, you know what I'm saying? You know, you had R. Kelly, I Believe I Can Fly on the first Space Jam. I think this song is going to be that for this Space Jam.
It does
Definitely
sound
dope,
like
though.
it does, especially with the title of it.
Facts.
Winning these kids, these young
That's
kids.
a little
like,
nuts to say, but it's gonna be hot for a couple of weeks.
What?
It
This
dropped
song.
at the right time, like
Right.
graduation type time.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot. For
Hopefully it does live like that. I Believe I Can Fly type shit, but I don't know if shit's gonna live like
that.
that.
No, I Believe I Can Fly
Yeah,
is
that
one of
was
those
just
perfect
different.
songs.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
that-
just
yeah.
different.
So those are rare. But the Lil Baby song was dope. But I feel like Lil Baby sounded like Lil Baby just on this beat, which is crazy that his shit transitioned. to
Just
church.
Blaze.
That
He
nigga
did
transitioned
use
to
the
church.
same rhythm, but them rhyme patterns and schemes. He used the same rhythm, but the schemes and pattern was a little different for me.
Lord.
Yeah, like the way he was rhyming his words to him was a little different.
You got the perfect transition to a lot of shit. So keep transitioning. You think like we were talking. You think that he's it now.
He's it.
He's
Yeah.
the peak. He's the peak.
I feel like he the.
Put him
I
in
feel
there.
like he the person. I put it like this: when Drake dropped, regardless, and then Drake not necessarily looking for somebody's song meaning like that, but Drake got a peek to see what he doing a little bit.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
He definitely got a peek
Hell
to see
yeah.
what he doing.
You think that's why he waiting? Drake.
Oh, wait, and you can't really wait on Baby because Lil Baby still Atlanta with it, so
Right.
he can drop 38 mixtapes, 38 songs tomorrow, and be in the club for the rest of the
For the rest
fucking
of the year.
summer.
Right.
No,
So-
I think he was asking, is that why Drake
Is waiting. Yeah.
And I think what I said was,
Tell him.
we can repeat, we can replay it and play it again.
Answer that nigga again.
I don't- Drake can wait 3 years. Lil Baby got a repertoire and an arsenal of music.
No. Okay.
Man, listen. That man now, he's done some great shit with QC, boy.
You think it's still going with the Migos?
I think I ain't gonna say he gonna put them balls on the back burner like that, but Baby's just it. I mean,
Yeah, I think he got a roster.
he
He
got
got,
a hell of a
Migos,
roster.
he got City Girls, and he got Baby.
Right.
And then there's still some more.
They dropped some shit too.
City Girls.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna listen to that like how y'all was listening to?
I'll
Yeah, go ahead, nigga. Go listen to the Twerkulator.
No.
Who did that? Time for the Twerkulator. Hey, it's time.
I'll watch the video. I'll watch the video.
Won't you listen to the Twerkulator with your homeboy?
you literally just listened to it just a minute ago.
I like it.
So you can't like the City Girls?
Get you some. Yeah, get you some. Sorry.
Rhythm matters. I like it for the rhythm. I don't know if I'm gonna like the City Girls rhythm. I'll give it a shot to see from a
Because I heard
distance.
the City Girls was a trash song, but I watched the video.
Are you at that place? You gotta see it. Other places like the Get You Some song. I saw it on multiple people playing it. That's
Yeah.
how I got put on it. So I wasn't just gonna go to it.
I
Is
would've
that
never
some new bounce music?
Yeah, it's
It's
one.
new.
I don't know because it's a new wave. I will say, but how new is the actual song? Who knows? You know, this shit, it might just.
But
be
you
way
can play
back.
that shit in Antarctica and they're gonna know where it come from.
Yeah,
'Cause it got the
it's
same
very
beat.
distinctive.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
It's very distinctive.
Right.
So you know where it come from. But I've never been a fucking bounce fan. But everybody get you some. get you some.
I'm a fan. High
I'm a fan of that song. I'm a fan.
That's so funny, bro.
That's so tight, man.
Did y'all see Jake Paul? He left Triller to sign a multi-year deal with Showtime.
That's crazy.
Will he be able to do what he wants anymore? Did they say anything about the deal?
They just said, they said that, Floyd Mayweather over there with Showtime too. Draw whatever distinction you would like. But I did see Jake Paul made a comment that said, if you're not being paid or valued at what you're worth, something along these lines, I'm paraphrasing, go where you are respected and
Great for Jake Paul.
Jake Paul, you don't deserve any of this.
Why not?
I'm just sorry. Like, you're not a real boxer.
maybe
But I
not.
don't think
But
he's
I'm an entertainer.
You're
Yeah.
an entertainer, cool.
So
but
the objective of entertainers is to entertain. So by entertainment standpoint, he's one of the best YouTubers to exist money wise. And you're saying he's not deserving of it. He's not a good boxer, but he's entertaining.
What was he before the boxing antics started?
A
YouTube
YouTuber.
star. He was a YouTube star. He was a popular guy.
Doing what? He just like
Entertaining.
YouTubing.
Okay.
Whatever he made, his day, his life, right now he in Puerto Rico.
I
don't know how I know that, but I know that
I just knew he fought Nate Robinson the first time.
It's
was my
somebody.
first time.
that wasn't
Somebody.
even him.
Tyson Fury is about to.
That
fight.
wasn't him.
That one Jake Paul.
That was
fought
his
Nate
brother. I
That's his
think.
brother. Ryan
What
Paul
Jake
or
Paul
some
did?
shit. No.
I don't know which Paul. Ryan Paul.
Whatever the brother name.
Mobile,
He said my
ain't
homeboy.
That nigga Mobile, ain't it? That nigga ain't never been on YouTube.
Hell nah. Yeah.
This is not the guy that fought Nate Robinson.
Oh.
This ain't.
Jake Paul did fight Nate Robinson.
What the fuck?
That's what I'm talking about, Jake.
Let me. We got.
Logan Paul
is right here. We can
Oh, I
use it.
see us. I just said it wrong. But okay.
Let's get the devices out and see what we got.
You got
We already got it, Todd.
Oh, okay.
But you can look it up if you like.
You can let us know again.
Let us know next week.
Nigga like Hootie paraphrase my
Shut up,
shit.
man. I was reading to myself.
But you was more on speed than Todd. Todd finna go. Hold on, let's pause.
I was saying, did he fight Nate Robinson? He said he did.
Oh, this even worse. I'm thinking it's the other Paul that's finna fight
Mayweather.
Mayweather.
The one that fighting Mayweather, who he beat up before? Hold on.
Right. So, I mean, I
He
was
just want some other dude ass.
He ain't deserving of it neither. Neither one of these
But-
brothers are deserving to be.
But he's the lesser entertainer. This is the better entertainer according to YouTube.
trash.
I mean,
And he's won a fight.
I'm looking at it like this. Showtime, HBO, they're all looking for entertainment.
Yeah.
If you're entertaining and you're the most entertaining star on YouTube, which all of
And
these kids
speaking,
are watching, cool.
and think about this from this standpoint. How many times have people ordered a Mayweather fight? I'm like, man, this shit was boring as fuck.
But I ordered it.
But I ordered it.
All
So
the
now, do
last
you want to be
6 we
entertained or do you want to watch a real fighter? Because Mayweather's a real fighter, and I'm offering my opinion yet, but I'm saying, do you want to be entertained or do you want to watch the sport?
Floyd Mayweather fights was always entertaining to me. I'm a fan of boxing.
I mean,
I don't think they were
I got you.
entertaining,
I'm
but
talking
I
about
think
the
that
masses.
they were.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I get it.
I want to watch the
But-
sport.
it was entertaining to me.
I'm not
but
ordering
so
him.
was that LSU Alabama game. That was all they kicked was field goals.
6'9",
because I like
some
the
shit.
technicality
Don't say
of
that
the
name
sport.
on here.
No, I'm saying that was a
I
score.
know. What
That was the wrong
So,
score. I think it was
10-9.
6-3.
It was something low as
It's
fuck, but
field goal,
great
field
football,
goals.
right?
Field
Yeah, it
goals
was
and
6-3.
field goals.
But I'm saying like the technicality of the sport, I enjoy it. What other people are like, no, I want to see touchdowns.
I want to see the technicality.
Dude, that what he just said. He wanted to see it,
Of
and
the
he want to
sport.
see it now.
Technicality.
So
Okay.
I'm not ordering Jake Paul, but
what
I'm
he wanna
ordering
see.
Mayweather to watch him go 9 rounds of
I'm not
boringness.
I'm not ordering it, but clearly
Somebody will.
Showtime is about to do this because people are ordering that shit. That man got billions of subscribers on YouTube that are paying to do whatever he would like to do. Man could cook eggs and they watching them.
They watching
So it's got to be a net to whatever they're doing, and entertainment is dying a little bit.
Is that just the natural transition? Like
Yeah, because
these big people do what works. HBO's gonna be into
Think about it.
YouTube, and
Think about it.
Showtime's
They
gonna
said-
be into YouTube.
again, he's a real fighter, Mayweather. But a lot of people gave him neck for fucking up boxing. But we was entertained and we sat there and watched it. Now people are looking at Jake and Logan Paul. Oh, that's his name. Logan Paul and Jake Paul. That's it. And people are entertained by it. And it's a new age. We don't understand it, which the old folks never understand it. They never understand, like, man, what the fuck is you doing? But clearly there's a demographic of kids that's ready to pay for that shit.
Like,
Yeah,
nigga, you don't even watch Showtime no more.
Yeah, I'm being an old. No, it's actually a couple of dope shows on Showtime. But I'm being an old man, get off my lawn type shit. Because I think it's fucking up boxing. Same way I think college basketball is being fucked up.
But honestly, though, them boxers be fucking up the sport themselves by ducking each other.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
I
let's
agree to
put it
that.
out there.
That's
That's
facts.
just basically what it is. Because if you go ahead and fight, people are tuning in. MMA fighters fight each other.
Make your shit
in
like
6
football
months,
and basketball,
rematches.
and you
Like,
gotta
nigga,
play the
but we
people
did-
play.
You got to play them, right?
But we did say that boxing need to step in and start. I think it was a few weeks ago. Make them fight. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury set for July the 24th.
Great.
They're making them fight. Basically, they said they had to fight. I forgot what was the ramifications if they didn't fight.
He had to lead the
they
belt.
had to give up belts or something. They
Yeah,
kept belts, but now they're making them fight again.
Good.
Make them fight.
Absolutely.
I want to step in. And don't you wear no stupid ass 20-pound mask on your.
You're gonna be tired by the time you get to the ring.
Stupid.
Who y'all got?
Fury beat his ass twice. I'm going with Fury.
Man.
I'm gonna go with Wilder.
But I seen some clips and he was actually boxing. Wilder was actually
I was just
boxing
about
and
to
looking
say,
better.
Yeah, I think
this is the time.
They said that he was
hard to
looking
be the-
good this time. They said that. What about Fury cheating?
it's hard to beat a nigga 3
I
times.
think that goes both ways because some people say he did cheat, some people say he didn't. Experts.
Wilder
So
said
I don't know.
he had loaded gloves, so he was getting his ass punched with real knuckles, basically.
And just naturally, that man looks like he's a big, strong,
But
powerful
he just
puncher.
couldn't hit him, man.
I've watched
I
boxing
that
a
fight.
lot.
He wasn't hitting
I
him,
watched
man.
boxing a lot since I was a kid.
Man, just look like he hit.
I ain't never seen gloves do what Fury shit was doing, and I ain't never seen a man be like look like that from gloves.
Right. He was getting his ass tattooed, but at the same time, my boy had movement in that bitch now.
Fury?
Yeah. But that man wasn't getting hit.
I think this the time Wilder catch him with one.
Yeah. But I don't want him to throw that haymaker, man. Let that shit come to you.
That's who he is.
I like Buddy style though. I like Fury style though.
Fury look way bigger than that
6'8",
man.
6'9".
My man was in there licking his neck and shit,
Tournament.
Right, goddamn.
fucking with him and shit.
The gypsy.
Singing high sizzle and shit.
Get you something.
He got him somewhere.
I don't think he was singing that shit enough.
He look like he licking necks and he licking man necks. Shit, he singing that.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. But I got Fury.
I got Fury.
I'm gonna go Wilder, man. Like I said, it's hard.
I want Wilder
I
to
want
win,
him to
but
win, man.
I think Fury might punch him up.
You gotta watch him some film, man, to see what he do. You know what I'm saying?
What was that sport shit you had?
Look at him. Look at him.
Who? Little sport shit.
On
that you-
football. Two twins, NBA high school juniors.
That nigga said football.
Football.
did
My
say
bad.
NBA.
Basketball. I'm sorry. Basketball. There's two high school juniors who are bypassing their senior season to go to basically a G League or a pro league, just bypassing school and college and finishing high school. And so they'll be eligible for the draft in 2024 because you have to technically graduate and finish high school and then be a year removed from high school to get into the NBA. And so because of that, they're 2024, they'll be eligible for the draft. So what do y'all think about that as far as these kids being able to just bypass their full high school careers and lives to go pro? Good, bad, indifferent. It changes, you know.
I could see how it can go bad a lot of different ways. So
Can you see how it can go good in a lot of different ways?
not too many.
Okay.
You talking about a 16-year-old kid basically living on his own with money.
I think
That spells disaster.
And I think that's where it gets harder because I don't think they're going to be on their own. I think they're going to have to transport parents and family, which is going to fuck with their money. Not fuck with, but you're going to have to pay for these people to be here.
To be there, yeah.
So I think it affects their money, sort of say.
I think this is everything I feel like is wrong with what happens when we start. I know it's a long way away. And I am for people being taken care of or paid or some kind of restriction, but I think paying college athletes, pushing for stuff like that leads to stuff like this. You got juniors now talking about leaving high school.
It's going to go to something else next.
And lumping this all into one category. I saw that there were some kids in Florida, it's going to relate, that were opting out of their spring football game because of injuries. I know somebody who coached. They said that one of their star players is going to a big school. I'm not going to put it all out there. That he wasn't playing that hard during the spring game because he didn't want to get hurt.
That's going to make you get hurt.
Right. But we're seeing shit like what you just said. Like, I feel like it's ruining the nature of, not only is it ruining collegiate sports, but now it's ruining high school sports. It's still it's a billion athletes out there. So it's not going to kill it, right? It's going to still be some more people to fill a vacancy. Let those people go do what they do. But what happens if you get hurt playing in that G League? Or that developmental sports league that may or may not work?
Right.
Know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
can't go back to college and high school and play those sports anymore.
right.
What do you do for What do you do then?
And
Do
to
you
me-
go to school just as a student. Like, what do you do?
I'm not really sure what it is that them niggas do once you're, like you said, they eligibility over. They can't go back to college. They done. They gonna be them niggas who still running around having hoop dreams, man.
Does college start changing those rules because they're now letting players make money? Maybe. But
We
you're
gonna
a
see.
pro at
But
that. I don't
I-
think you could go be a pro. And
I
then
think
come
we're
back to
ruining the
college.
innocence of high
Yeah,
school
baseball lets you
football. Like it used to be it used to be dope to have that rivalry with the nigga around the court. Like once you make everything about money and make it a professional career, it kind of changes things.
It used to be dope to see a kid as a freshman and what he become to as a junior or senior in basketball, football. That doesn't happen anymore because of these rules. And now you can't even do it in basketball. Look at the kid I watched for 4-5 years at Mount Brook. He at LSU right now. What's my kid name? Trendon Wofford. It was dope seeing him as a freshman up until a senior, and even now.
And what happened? Okay, what happened after high school? Next we're gonna be trying to. Middle schools need to play it. Like it don't seem like it ever stopped. Like
Because
at
it
what,
started. Well, I think it started in the pros when them niggas stopped playing in the Pro Bowl and
There
they
you
stopped
go.
playing in the All-Star game.
Right.
Then it went to college. Oh,
Do
I
you-
ain't playing in the bowl
it all
game.
trickled down. Yep.
It's gonna trickle down.
Do you place blame anywhere? Like, do you contribute that to something like you always say, Mark Daddy taught you something nice. You went to school to play football and learn politics.
Yeah.
Basically, you're also going to school and you learn business.
I think it just go back down to what we always talk about: reoccurring unintended consequences. If we start paying kids, and I know we've had a lot of arguments about do we pay or don't pay, but when you start doing that, these are unintended consequences to me of those things. Everything is so capitalistic that everything is about money and dollars, and I understand it because I know some of these kids come from families that where they could use that income, especially if people are making so much money off of them. But then at the same time, like I'm just looking at it, it's just really ruining. Like a kid opting out of a spring, nigga, we wanted to play that shit.
Right.
We did.
We couldn't wait. Nigga, it wasn't no way you could tell me that I wasn't playing in my spring game, or if I go in, I'm a half-ass.
With this little league or whatever, man, with these juniors, I'm with y'all. Like, I'm frowning on that shit because I mean, what about prom? Like you don't get to be a kid.
You don't get those years back.
Right, you don't get those years back. And the one thing overall, man, the NBA is a 12-man roster. You have some of the best players in the world in the NBA. And some of those players amongst them don't even dress.
Well, question. Ken Garrett said something earlier. There's very few things I give up to forego my senior year. Is this kind of one of those things?
This is not it. I mean,
Then
it's
what is?
saying,
If this isn't it, then what is?
Let me ask you this.
But
Is
the
it,
only thing about that is kind of like that Scottie Pippen contract. If you believe in yourself, that $500,000, you gonna get that in sock deal.
Well, let me ask you this.
Let's say I go ball out for this $500K and I make myself the number one draft pick.
but again,
Man, you also a 16-year-old playing against 30-year-old man with hoop dreams.
Right.
That's gonna be that's
And
gonna
now
be
you the target.
That's gonna be the same if you go to the NBA. You're gonna be.
But you in the
18
NBA
playing-
now.
do you know how many basketball players there are trying to get in the NBA? Do you know how many college basketball players there are?
All of them, pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? And you taking
Whole
a
lot.
junior, thinking, and you taking them from high school, and you think you're gonna groom them in this league to potentially be the number one pick versus a kid that actually goes through the
Well,
gauntlet
to be
of
fair, I
playing.
do think that's possible because LeBron James was ready to be the number one pick his junior year.
Man,
That's
okay.
LeBron James.
Again,
We're
bro,
talking
y'all-
about Jonathan Benders.
I don't know these guys. I don't see them. I don't know. I'm just saying that it's possible. So, with it being possible, do you let it happen? Because it is possible.
What if you the coach and he just not big enough, strong enough to be on the court with them?
Then you
and,
tell them.
Right.
You tell them.
And then he don't get seen, so he don't even get a shot. Now he just fucked up.
I get that, and I agree with that. But do you stop LeBron James? Yes, I get he's rare. But do you stop LeBron James even though he's ready? As
Man, you
a
can't
junior?
bring in a unicorn to the.
Yes, I can. Because I'm trying to say is if this was LeBron James trying to go to the NBA in the 11th grade, I would let him.
No.
But he actually tried
Why
to,
not?
but they wouldn't let him.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Now this lets him.
I
Yeah,
think
but
this
that's
is
not the same.
trash.
That's gonna hurt way more kids.
This shit
than him.
trash, man. I give a fuck, man. At some point, we got to draw a line. And
Right.
if you in high school, that's where it stopped, man. They shouldn't be letting high school be professional or nothing. Especially if they not even 18 years old. You're not even an adult yet. Like, an adult shouldn't be considered professional in sports world to me.
That
We
man
saw-
can't even get his own cell phone.
Well, I take that back because shit like tennis, they're professionals at 14 and 15
They
and
peak
16.
at a younger
yeah.
age.
Right.
But
I put this in another category. I think it's greed. Like when greed comes into play.
That's what I'm saying. I think everything's so capitalistic. That's my point.
Because these schools and these people are making billions of dollars, these kids are like, man, goddamn.
But let me ask you this: it was what Kanky Wright said. Hindsight, though,
like what
he was saying, like nothing will make me miss my senior year. He knows that now. Is a 17-year-old kid thinking it?
No. That's why you shouldn't like some stuff. I think it's give kids an option about.
It's some things that I think I would be like, fuck my senior year.
Man, listen, what rights
me going pro would be one of them.
What rights did you have living in your parents' house as a 15, 16, 17-year-old kid? Hell, 18-year-old kid.
Right?
None. You didn't have nothing. You did what your parents told you to do. These kids ain't doing what they want to do, man. Somebody's telling them to do it. Somebody is probably telling their parents.
Is that true?
I can argue that because my mama was pretty. Let me kind of do everything.
And we also said that is that necessarily what we were saying earlier and just asking, is that a good thing? That
I don't know.
You be a dictator, make your kids do it. Do they learn to think for themselves and make decisions on their own?
Sometimes, but you still got to protect them when you know it's a bad idea.
It's called
I totally get it. But
I agree. But do you as a parent think that, my kid's going pro is a bad idea?
No, that's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea at all.
So that's what I'm saying.
But
this is not pro.
That's pro, Todd. You're going to get paid to play basketball. That's pro.
But if you put that over their well-being and their future, then
who did that?
That's
trying to
bad.
be the number one pick in the NBA draft. That's the ultimate goal that you're trying to do. So you're basically telling me, don't worry about school. You're gonna make it to the NBA. What? You get injured?
I mean,
Joe Hampton should have told you something, dog. You watched that man on Last Chance U or whatever it is on Netflix. That man played ball everywhere in the country, and he ended up at a JUCO.
I get that.
So
I get that.
It's trash.
But my response to that is, we've saw it and heard documentaries of kids going to college and be like, I don't go to fucking class.
Right.
Fuck class, nigga. I'm going to the NBA.
Right. This is high school though. That's the difference. This is high school and college.
We've also heard kids like somebody that's on this podcast say, I ain't learned how to be a student until I came to college and got a degree out of it.
And I wouldn't have cared if I was going to be an NBA player too.
That's not 100% guaranteed. Who the fuck
it's not. It's not. I agree.
But how far that 500,000 would have went?
For me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
17.
I don't know. But I don't
know. You never played again.
Who there would have bought them damn rims and some blacks and it would have been over with.
The Camaro, good. I'd have bought the same old Camaro, good.
No, you wouldn't.
Same old Camaro. But I don't know. Like really, fool, because I don't know.
Like
that's a hell of a gamble.
Normally, man, I'm always optimistic on stuff, but I don't like this at all.
I don't either, Todd.
I'm just gonna.
But man, we'll be going on this all day.
I hate it.
Birmingham actually,
and I played devil's advocate, but I don't really like that shit.
Yeah.
Just
I don't even understand.
No,
why
I said that at the beginning. I said at the beginning what I felt, but you gotta kind of act like you gotta think from those people's standpoints too.
I get it, but Birmingham is actually getting a G League team. Y'all going?
No,
I will. I don't have a problem. I will.
If they had $2 bills.
Well, I did go to a couple of the arena games, and it was actually fun. So
I doubt I go.
And then it's the New Orleans. Yeah, I was just gonna say it's the Pelicans. So what if?
Dope.
What if? What's my man name? For the Pelicans. The Todd said was trash. Zion. What if he hurt and they sent him down to the G League for 10 games?
They ain't gonna ever do that. He would never.
He healed. Put him back in the big game.
Exactly. Let him
come
heal
practice. On the bench.
He gonna heal that
I
practice.
mean, the only reason I'm saying I won't go because I remember when Mobile had the Revelers or whoever. I never went to a game.
Yeah, but football doesn't work there.
No, it's basketball. The G League team that Mobile had. They was. I think they was part of the New Orleans Hornets at that
I ain't gonna
time.
lie. I went to the New Orleans Zephyrs game, and that was Major League Baseball. I mean, minor league baseball. So
I go to minor league baseball.
I went to the Steel Dogs games here. So
yeah, that was a bunch of trash.
So I go.
I definitely check them G League.
That shit was a team of UAB rejects.
I forgot. I forgot Chico played. Man, look at Chico.
See.
Yeah, that nigga so stupid.
Another fight coming soon.
Moving on into the dummy of the week.
Stupid shit.
Dummy.
Dumbass, stupid ass dummy.
Dummy.
Antonio, Anthony, whatever your fucking name is, Broadnex, aka Boozy the Dunn. Bring your stupid ass to the office.
Boozy the dummy.
A Virginia man, I think his name is Deshaun or Antonio Broadnex or whatever. Yeah. A rapper. Thought it was a bright idea that on the day of, January 6th, when people
Capitol
decided to
riot.
storm the Capitol during the riots, he thought it was a brilliant time to pull out his camera and make a music video. Not only did he make a music video, he shot his album cover on front of a car parked in front of the Capitol to say that, hey,
I'm dumb.
nothing's more dumb than what the fuck I'm doing right now, and that's sitting on here making my album cover in front of the Capitol.
Stupid shit. Good job.
He was
yo.
arrested on several charges, including disorderly conduct, disruptive behavior, being in a restricted area, private area, all of this different shit. He filmed himself all over while filming his song. I don't know what the fuck the name of the song is. I'll never click on it.
I'm a dummy.
But because your ass got caught up in that bullshit
I'm a dummy.
and trying to be,
You
with
going
the
to
times,
jail?
for that reason, Antonio, or whatever your rap name is, you are our dummy of the week. Dumbass,
Zombie. That boy
stupid
said he
ass
wasn't
dummy.
even there.
Well, your picture, you well, mask, motherfucker. You
And then when he
said
said he was
so.
there, he said then when he came back, he kind of said, "Well, I was there, but I just was filming for my video. I wasn't there to cause problems."
I would there,
Go
but I
listen to
wasn't
that
there.
Bugsy the Dawn, baby.
No, I would not. No.
Hey, but something to watch besides that idiot. You had brought it up. Pause with Sam J. It released on Netflix, I think, the other day.
Is Netflix or HBO Max?
No, I'm sorry, HBO Max. Thank you. One episode, but funny as fuck. So check her out.
Yeah, I wanted to see that.
Yeah, she dope,
super
and
dope.
she get to be like she
Free.
council proof.
Seems like she's free in there. I mean, yeah, she fits the mold. You can't cancel.
Yeah, you can't counsel
Fuck
her.
she gonna
who
say?
you like? Who?
They'll find something though. You know they will find something.
What's
shit.
the
They good.
the Wonder Sites and Mike Epps stuff on
I saw that on Netflix. I saw the
Upshaws.
Upshaws.
I saw
that.
people saying it was good. I'm gonna give it a shot. I haven't yet.
Yeah, I hadn't watched it.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Think like a homely, a family type, some adult family matters and some shit. Old Fresh Prince.
Other than that, any other news or information that we forgot to add on or talk about while we here?
Yes, congratulations in order for all of this year's graduates.
Yes.
Including my niece. She graduates on Wednesday, I think. So congratulations.
Congrats.
Yep. Congratulations, my niece and nephew on their graduation. They just graduated.
Right. Big thing. Lil Baby good.
Congrats to me and my
congratulations.
sister. We 11 and 12.
Right? Who to graduate next year, guys?
One of y'all about to graduate. I don't know which one.
That nigga crazy. Any other news information we forgot?
I think that's it.
Like, subscribe, all of that. Content Factory, Dummies Podcast on Instagram, on Facebook. Like and subscribe to dummiespodcast.com. Shop the merch.
Beach.
Just get on and you can listen to the episodes, do whatever you want to do on it. Whatever you need.
They just order his ship order or something, ain't it? What the?
My boy got groceries up that bitch.
And on that note, we'll be back next week like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. You dig?
Chip.
That's why y'all
Dummy.
had a bad time at the Tardigrade. You beat you.
I forgot about the tartar girl.
Party girl.